if I was Floyd and he was me,
Yeah.
he would never have to fight again because the exhibition shit,
Yeah.
as me being his little brother, hey, little bro, we finna do 10 rounds and we both gonna get 100+ million for it.
Right.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well,
Right.
well, I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Right.
And you ain't never got to box again. That was
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes, got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see them jump in whenever they go live. Peep it, this channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Jusdu shine busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Jusdueboxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's Jusdu. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word 'em up. Yeah. You know what time it is. $4 p.m. Eastern. Click the link.
What's good? What's good? Salute to the family on this this good Tuesday, man. We back to build on this boxing and give it its just due. How only we know how to do. You know, we one of one in this space. So y'all do your boy solid, smash the like button, sub up to the channel, turn your notifications on, and come say what's up to the fam. How y'all feeling today, man? How y'all feeling today? What's good with it, man? We gonna talk. We gonna build. I got a I guess a little update, if you will, to a degree, with the Shakur and Zepeda situation. Shout out to my guy, man. But we gonna get to it. We gonna talk, man. It's Boots and Stanionis fight week, and I ain't like it's a little quiet on this end. I don't like how it's quiet on this. It shouldn't be quiet on this, man. Nah, people did all. You notice, y'all know, hold on, let me say what's up to the fan. What we getting at? We getting closer to 1 million? I know we are. Jordan, my dog, what's good with it, bro? 619 Cornelius, what's good, player? A lot of nasty work I've been saying. Hey, bro, you don't got to. I'm saying, hey, bro, Jordan, I promise you, bro, I'm saying it right with you. The difference between me and you, like me, you, and then those people, we really just trying to call boxing, as it need to be called. People, they're drawing up narratives and people be making up their own news. That's why I be trying to do my due diligence, bro. I'm not saying that I got some, inside hook on Shakur, but you know what I'm saying? I know some people that I was able to obtain some information, pertaining to the situation to provide some clarity to a degree as to what's going on. You get what I'm saying? And we got to talk about it. Shout out to 2 Cents. BVO, what's good with it, fam? How you feeling? But yeah, man, it's been a lot of nasty work, bro. But we gonna get to that. But real quick, I want to give yo, you get what I'm saying? Hey, yeah, this is to the family, and I'm speaking it all, y'all. We over here, we fight the good fight, bro. You get what you get me, 2 Cents? We fighting a good fight, bro. I be trying, bro. I ain't perfect, but We fight the good fight over here, man. Boxing need to be built up, bro. It need more people, you know, just calling that shit down the middle without the narratives. I hate narratives, bro. That's why I always try to get y'all the right information. And in this particular case, being that I'm connected with who I'm connected with, I'm able to get some sort of some clarity and update to that situation. But we're gonna get to that. But Tim Layton, my dog, was good, bro. But I just wanted to say, man, it's a little quiet on this Boots fight, and I don't think I like it. Matter of fact, I know I don't like it. We're a few days away. It's this weekend, man. It's the 12th, man. Boots about to go out there. Hey, man, you notice how in boxing, people are super loud when they feel like they're not getting what they want. And then when they finally get what they want, they quiet on it. Remember all this, it was all this crying about, you know, get Boots to unification. You know, Eddie Hearn, he don't do nothing for the American fighters. He need to do this. Why is he fighting Karen again? He lost the purse bid. All that stuff, we get it. But look what you got today. Coming up this weekend, you got a damn unification and people are quiet on it. And I don't like it. No, I don't like it. You know why they quiet on it? Because they over criticize Eddie Hearn as a promoter to try to make their points. And now that he actually got his guy in a unification fight, people want to be quiet on it. And let's keep it rolling. A unification fight that if he wins could very well set up a 3-belt unification for him next. What we talking about? I ain't gonna sit here and praise none of these promoters, but that's crazy because I think they all, you know, have their own agendas. But I do like to highlight and keep the energy the same. When you actually get something that you do want, let's talk about that. So this damn unification that we got from Boots that everybody cried about when it wasn't Brian Norman had to be a duck. Then, you know, Boots ended up being a duck with Virgil. Like it just go on and on. You get what I'm saying? It go on and on. So nah, we got what we wanted. And you see how quiet people are? Because they don't really care about boxing like that. They just care about complaining. We got a damn good unification coming up. Don't care what you say. Stanionis is a credible opponent at 47. Undefeated guy. He coming to win. He a champion in his own right. It's going to be a good scrap. You get me? Let's have some fun, man. This Boots about to turn up. Ain't that what we wanted to see? Behind the Hands TV, my dog, man. Appreciate you, bro. Always getting the right information to your boy, man. Wearing boots to the beach in the name of Jaron Ennis. Shout out to Behind the Hands. Stanley Otis coming to rumble. You get me? Stanionis coming to fight, man. And I don't know if he in here, bro, but my dog sent the cash app to support the grind before we even got live to start the show off, man. Shout out to Emmanuel, man, my dog, man. He said, good afternoon, continued success. Emmanuel, if you listening, bro, I appreciate your continued support, man. That's love. My guy sent the cash app before we even went live, man. That's real, man. Shout out to my guy, Emmanuel, man. We appreciate you over here. We're going to keep building, though, man. Like I said, y'all, they're a little bit quiet on this Boots talk, and I don't like it. They got what they wanted, and I don't like it. They ain't talking about it. They don't hear the Eddie Hearn this and Eddie Hearn that. You get me? Eddie Hearn putting Richardson Hitchens in position. People not talking about that. They just want to talk about the shit that's not working out. Well, I'm going to highlight what's right with boxing, how I always do. The fact that Richardson Hitchens was over there with Mayweather Promotions and they didn't see him as the kind of talent that I think Eddie Hearn clearly sees him as. And now Eddie Hearn got him over there in position. He got a title. And he in position to get a title defense, make some good money, and then potentially get a unification fight as well, man. He putting them in position, and that's what you want to see, and people not talking about it enough. Boots about to go out here and kick ass Saturday, and people not talking about it enough, and I don't like that. Shout out to my dog, Zoom Verse. What's good with it? And troll, yeah, man. Yeah, man, we got to build this sport up, bro. We got to build it. I'm telling you, I tried my best, Zoom and the rest of the fam, to rid these conversations of toxicity, man. This shit is like lame. I let everybody entitled to do them, but over here, we just want to build. Hold on, we got a good card coming up too. Because you got Boots and Stanionis. That's the main event. And the reason I started with the main event is because, again, shout out to Emmanuel, man. Appreciate you, bro. Always showing love. Got to make sure I give you your justice one more time, man. Shout out to my dog, man. Camden, New Jersey. Yeah, man. We got Ray Ford on the card, and he fighting Thomas Matisse. Thomas Matisse, pretty tough, scrappy dude. You know what I mean? He's been around for a little bit, so it's gonna be a good fight, yo. Look, these are the kind of fights that we asked for, bro. This is the Boots era is on, bro. I'm excited for this. I am. I love boxing. I'm really excited to see this man, Jaron Ennis, that done sacrificed his career at 147, even with the temptations of a Virgil Ortiz fight that I know he could have went up there and did well in and did his thing in. Even through the duck rumors, he sat through all of that. He stayed down until he came up, and it worked out for him. So I'm not trying to hear shit. I don't want to hear nothing. The first thing that Eddie Hearn did for him was make sure that paying Karen extra so that fight didn't have to be in Germany. That was number one. Number two is this unification. So I like that, Eddie. I like that. But you got more work to do. You know what I'm saying? It ain't over. I'm not going to overpraise him, but I like these particular situations right here. This is legit. The Boots era can start right now, bro. You get me? It already started, but it continues with this unification fight. And look, no slight to Stanionis. I think this is a competitive fight. I do, but I don't know if I'm missing it, y'all. But I think stylistically, Boots is about to have a day. I do. I think Boots about to have a day. I think he too athletic. He reminiscent of some Roy Jones type shit. Roy himself done said it, so I feel comfortable saying it. You know what I'm saying? He different, bro. That's what I think. I do. Yeah, I think this fight is more competitive probably than what some people say. But look, I think Boots about to show out. I think he about to show up and show out. That's what I think. I love the watch Stanionis getting there. He got grit. He's technically sound. He got good balance, man. He go to the body, right? Textbook kind of guy. He grab his lunch pail, go to work. But that shit is not going to be enough for Jaron Ennis, respectfully. That I don't think a guy that does what Stanionis does over a course of a fight is going to beat Jaron. He might have some moments. He going to get in some shots. You get what I'm saying? We might have people saying, man, Boots need to tighten up this and that. But at the end of the day, I think Jaron Ennis is getting his hand raised, and I ain't about to straddle no fence on this, man. He about to show out. This is what he wanted, bro. I believe like this fight is the most meaningful fight of his career to date. He coming to kick ass, man. That's what I really believe that. And the only thing that Jaron Ennis got to do is not overdo it. He ain't got to try too hard. Just do what you do, man. Let the fight come to you. Get in your bag. Work your jab. Do that. Pull out the M1 mixtape, moves when it's time. Have some fun in there, man. But eat. This is your time, bro. This is your opportunity to put more of a foothold on it, more of a stronghold on the 147 division. That's real. He need this because to be honest, I don't know how many fights he got left here. So this is one that's meaningful, and we gonna love to see where he go after this. But this is a good sign. This is what you need to see Boots in a fight where a guy is a champion in his own right. All that email champion shit go out the window. He fighting a legit champion, somebody that's coming to win. And Stanionis talking shit. Oh, he talking his talk. He said, man, Boots about to get a Mexican-style beatdown. And he said Boots about to get a Mexican-style beatdown, man. He talking crazy. I gotta love it, man. So, again, we getting what we want, but people ain't talking about it enough. So, I'm loving it. The fight week, man. I know this dude been working hard. I know he gonna try to show out. Let's see, get a chance to be a unified champion, man, and get an inch closer. You get what I'm saying, to his goal. Now, I don't know if he going to make it to grab all four, but I know this is a great step in the right direction, man, and I just want to see him do his thing. Shout out to Stanionis because I know he going to bring the fight. I know he going to come to fight. I know he going to push Boots, and that's what you want to see, but I don't see him winning the fight. Boots Ennis is just going to be too much of Boots in there. He kicking ass, bro. That athleticism, the speed, just the talent, man. Like, I think he hungry. I think Stanionis is hungry as well, but I think the things that he do is going to play into Boots' hands at times, and it's just going to put him in a situation where he's going to get cooked. That's what I think. I think he's going to get cooked. I think it could be competitive. I think overall Boots is going to show you that 147 is his, man. And I think that's what we're going to walk away from that fight feeling, man. So I could be wrong. You know what I mean? Maybe it just be a tough-ass scrap and Boots squeeze a victory out, but I don't see it. Stanionis is tough and all that, but got to have something different, I think, with Boots. And I don't see him having that something different, right? And even with Karen providing a different look for Boots and presenting some challenges, respect to Stanionis and Karen, that this is not that type of fight. I think what we see is what we get with Stanionis. He coming forward, a good balance. You get what I'm saying? Got a solid, tight defense, but he does get hit. I haven't seen a fight where I feel like he don't take shots. Now, shout out to my dog, Aunt McQueen. He feels like he don't take a lot of clean shots per round. But I think with a guy like Boots and the way he likes to work, man, you know, Boots is known to not really have fill out rounds and shit like that, man. He get right to it. So I wouldn't be surprised if this fight pick up faster than most, because Stanionis got a point to prove. Like I said, he out there talking about Mexican style beatdowns for Boots. So he gonna have to stand on that. Shout out to my dog, man, Pooh the Kid, man. Coffee, my gym, listening in, man. That's love. Appreciate you always supporting. Shout out to my dog, Pooh the Kid, man. Appreciate you, bro. Let me see what's up. Let's see a couple more people pop in, man. Germany would have been nasty work for sure. Facts. That's what Eddie Hearn came in at. You get what I'm saying? It's a big fight for us hardcore fans. That's a fact, bro. We got to just enjoy this one. Next gen, what it do, homie? Aisha, peace to the queen. How you feeling today? Think Jaron gonna win, yeah, but I got a feeling Boots gonna find himself in some trouble at some point in the fight. And you know what? Hey, next gen, I don't think you saying something crazy. I just think I'll say it this way. I see the way you phrased it for me, right? I think there'll be moments where Stanionis can have his success, right? Because Boots ain't a perfect fighter, right? There's areas where you can get some stuff in. We seen it with Karen from the different fights, right? We seen it. So there's moments there, but I think ultimately the way each guy fights, I think there will be more openings for Boots to take advantage of. And I think with the speed, the athleticism mixed with the power, you know, having it in both hands, you know what I mean, being able to really, he's smart in there. You get what I'm saying? Sharp, good reflexes. I think overall athleticism could create an issue, you know what I mean, early for Stanionis. But I could be wrong. We're going to see. But I just know, like, he don't got no crazy tricks. He coming to pressure you and try to beat you up. It's not a secret. Stanionis, look what he said. Like, he Mexican style beatdown. Like, that's what he talking about coming. How that fight look? Coming forward and trying to break you down, trying to beat you up. And I think that could play in Boots' favor because he's athletic enough, talented, fast enough, creative enough to break that shit down. I don't see him just pressuring Boots, getting in his chest, and it just, you know, Boots can't deal with him. Nah, man, I've seen Gabriel Maestre get off on Stanionis. That dude, I just think Boots really, he got the tools for the job. Shout out to my guy Teach, man. CJ Rich, Boots better bring his beard. Nah, he gonna get tested. His chin probably get tested in this fight. 704 Joe, my dog. What it do, homie? Salute at 420. Shout out to the homie Bruce Gas, the OG. How you feeling today? Omar, what's good with it, bro? What's good with it? Stanionis got no secret dance moves. No secret dance moves, CJ. You get me? And that's not necessarily a bad thing because what he brings has been very efficient and effective. And he is purposeful with his approach, right? Like, Stanionis is a guy for sure that knows what he wants to do. And more times than not, he gonna do what he came to do. But I think against Boots, I think all bets are off. I think that's where the buck stops. I truly think Jaron Ennis is here to prove to people that this is why he didn't take the fight with a Virgil Ortiz. This is why he didn't elect to go up to 154 pounds and was cool with y'all trying to call him a duck. This is why he sat in that interview with YSM and said he gonna be more on point with his career, more vocal, more hands-on, so he can know exactly what's going on, so he could avoid situations like people putting him in conversations trying to frame him as a duck. I love this for Boots, man. Stand on business, because it's crazy how fast the boxing world was switched up on him when they thought that he actually ducked Virgil Ortiz, a guy that his team been on record for saying what they needed. How many months? 36 months, 48 months, whatever they said they needed to be ready for Boots. Get the hell out of here. Now, all of a sudden, because he move up in a weight class and he get a little comfortable, now you get to try to pull him in there. And if he don't come up, it's like, oh, yeah, he ducking me now. Man, get out of here with that, bro. Y'all wasn't vocal like that when y'all was at 147, so chill. Boots, unlike you, Boots still got time at 47. How much time remains to be seen, but we know we about to see him run it on April 12th this weekend with Eimantas Stanionis, and I do think it's going to be an interesting scrap. I think the Boots era continues Saturday with a win, him getting his hand raised, being a unified champion. And I think from that point on, something got to give. If Eddie Hearn, if you smart, if you truly believe in Boots the way you say you do, the way you sell him as one of the absolute best fighters in this sport today, then you gotta strike while the iron hot. It makes all the sense in the world to try to get that guy another champion in the ring, especially if he don't get, you know, take a lot of punishment or damage in this fight, man. Run that shit, man. You got Brian Norman out there. Y'all doubted him. Y'all counted him out. You thought he was going to lose. He won. That's a great fight for Boots, man. That's a great 3-belt trilogy, man. A 3-belt unification. Pardon me, I said trilogy. 3-belt unification. That's perfect. That's the fight for him to make. You get what I'm saying? I doubt it, Omar. I wanted to, but I think it kind of came up faster than I thought, bro. I looked at that date and I'm like, oh man, I don't know. But it's in distance for me to get to, though. I'm thinking. Visits from another planet was good with it. You can cut the ring off, let me boost movement. He might have a chance. Probably not enough, though. Yeah, I think Boost would be able to create space enough to get his shots off. And I think he's creative fast enough. I think he's smart enough. Although he fought Karen, I think you learn from fight to fight. I think he's still grown as a fighter. But I think this is the kind of test and challenge that he needs. And don't be surprised if this shit don't be as difficult as people think, though. Just because of I think the gap in athleticism and just overall talent, those two things combined, I think leads to a clear-cut victory for Boots. I don't know if he stops Stanionis for sure. Stanionis is pretty tough, right? It's pretty tough, so it's not for sure that he gets stopped. But if he get hit, how I seen him get hit in some fights, man, it could be a shorter night for him. Five boxing fan, what it do? Yeah, hands ran on him. Better be tight. Yeah, man, he let Karen get some stuff in. Yeah, he just can't force it next gen. That's all. He's staying on a good jab. Yeah, he got a power jab. Teach, he do. Body shots, uppercuts. Boots got a really nice uppercut too. You know what I'm saying, has a tight high guard defense. That's where Omar, what up, family? How you feeling? Reef was good. That's where I think the problem might lie for him. I think Boots might be able to eat if he comes in behind a high guard. Staying honest. I think he's just creative in that athleticism, speed, reflexes, timing. Like, it's a multitude of things that I think he do well. You know what I mean? That he got to be smart with that high guard, bro. You gotta pick and choose when to do that. I think overall, if you coming forward with a high guard, I think Boots gonna eat. I do. You know what I'm saying? So, but this gonna be interesting because Stanionis he ain't a backwards type of fighter. He don't utilize the ring. That ain't what he doing. He trying to come cut the distance, close the gap, and work. And that's just how I seen the fights. And he's doing that behind a pretty damn strong jab. So that can be a factor in the fight. Let me not just speak all one-sided for Boots. You got Stanionis with a heavy jab, and we know if his jab can land, then that could be a problem for Boots. So that will be interesting to see how he prepares for dealing with his jab and kind of trying to neutralize it. Because, again, the thought process is if I could land my jab, I could land anything else. So, I mean, and a lot of guys, that's how they set up their offense, behind the jab. That's how Boots is going to want to set up his shit. So it's definitely going to be the battle of the jabs early. I could see that, but I'm interested to see how fast Boots try to kick it into gear on Stanionis. You know what I'm saying? I want to see how comfortable he is going at him. Yeah, that Boots. Norman and Stanionis would be a war. Yeah, Boots got a mean ass uppercut, bro. Stanionis is 32. He's 30. He's 30 in there. But like, I just seen his fights, and unless I'm missing something with Boots, right? I think he got this one. I do. I really do. Unless I'm missing something with both guys on either side, right? Unless I'm underestimating something Stanionis is able to do and overlooking something Boots is probably not able to do as well, right? But I don't think so. I really don't. I think I got this one right. I think he's gonna go out there and take that belt up off him. I really do. The question is how he gonna look doing it. That's the biggest question I have for Boots. How will he look doing it, this Saturday? Because I do expect him to win. I ain't gonna lie. But, how you get your work done is gonna be important, because that's where the criticism gonna come in at. In this boxing game nowadays, winning ain't enough. You know what I mean? People want to see spectacular performances, right? They want to see you damn near look perfect. They want to see you have almost the best night of your life every single time out. So, but I do think, unless I'm wrong, don't be surprised if stylistically this end up being a lot for Stanionis. He don't look like no overly fast guy. Got good timing though. You know what I mean? Smart. He can box. He know what he doing in there. But just think overall is just the talent level is, I think, different. I mean, the potential for Boots is high for him to be great. GM, what it do on me? He said it's gonna be easy work for Boots. I don't, and you get me. I'm trying not to say that, but I think it could be reminiscent in some areas of Roman Villa. I do. I think in some areas. I ain't gonna say overall, but He don't got a lot of fights, bro. He don't got a lot of fights, bro. Like he what you see is what you get. Ain't no straight up and down. I hate to say like no special effects, but he is effective and efficient. Those two things will, work in his favor to a degree, right? But I think this is Boots' time right here to really show why he stuck around at 47, right? I think this is his fight. This is his opportunity to make it worth it. You know what I'm saying? And this is you gotta shut the hell up after this. You get me? You gotta shut up. Like, you gotta shut up. I don't want to hear, oh, I ain't go to 54. He should have over. Nah. He gonna show you, this fight gonna show you and demonstrate why he stuck around to me, right? And that's all I need to see from Boots. Right? Do what you stayed there for. Kick his ass, bro. You get me? You know what I'm saying? And one mixtape moves. I can see it happening. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised at a point if he start doing them. I'm telling you, I know how Boots like to get when he get in his bag, bro. It start getting crazy. I think it could be like that. You know what I'm saying? And I know for a fact he's itching to have another great performance, after, having another less than stellar performance against Karen. I know he coming to kill. I know he coming to smash some shit. And Stanionis is going to be right there in his face, right? So it's all about Boots just managing the distance and getting his shots off, right? And just being him. Don't force shit. You don't have to. Am I missing it? Where do Stanionis have the advantages, y'all? Am I missing some shit? Like, is it some advantages of his that I have? Like, usually you'll be to lean on experience and different things. I don't even know if you can say that, right? He had that belt for a little bits, but he's been inactive for the better part. Boots been more active than him. You get me? So I don't know, man. I think he poised and primed to kick ass. I think Buddy getting stepped on. Boots about to show the boxing version of a step back, jab step. I'm telling you, Reef. And one mixtape. And one mixtape. God body showing what it do, man. Ain't seen Beterviev in years. He didn't get whooped back. Yeah, that's true. Stanionis probably got a better, tighter high guard than Villa did. Now, I will say this. I do think Stanionis' defense is a bit tighter for sure than overall than Villa. I do, but I think over time it'll get broken down with, create the creativity from Boots. I think offensively he got enough in the shed, in the toolbox to, I think, peel back the layers of that defense that Stanionis coming with and soften him up some. You get what I'm saying? Boots know how to mix it up. And the great thing about him that I like is he a two-handed fighter. You know what I mean? That's pretty self-explanatory. He'll get you with either hand. He'll let him go. So I ain't seen a fight where Boots ain't willing to let his hands go and try some shit. And the more comfortable he gets, the worse it's going to be for Stanionis, in my opinion. So the question for me is, can Stanionis make Boots uncomfortable, and how early can he do it? Can he get in his chest? Can he close the gap and make Boots have to make an early in-fight adjustment, go to a plan B early, right? You get me? Like, is he capable of doing that with the style that he brings to the ring? And I'm not quite sure. You get what I'm saying? Because we know Stanionis is a dog. We expect him to be a dog. And how do we know he's a dog? Because the way he fight, the way he approaches fights, get in there with that heavy shotgun type of jab. You get what I'm saying? And he go to work. Like I say, he grab his lunch pail and go to work. But I just don't feel that's gonna be the recipe for beating a guy like Boots, who just on a path to really possibly take over 47. Like, I don't see that. I don't see an upset happening. I don't see Boots slipping. I don't see him fumbling the bag or nothing like that. I mean, anything can happen too. I'll throw that out there. But nah, I think he'll be prepared, and that's key. I think Bozy will have him prepared to go out here and win. And that's all you need. You know what I mean? Go out there and beat Jaron Ennis. You don't need to do nothing special. Just do what you've been doing. And that alone is special, right? So that's what you want to see from Boots, right? Let that fight just materialize. Don't force nothing. Don't rush, right? Don't try too hard to, get him out of there. Nah, just work. You know what I'm saying? Have fun in there, because like I said, when Boots is getting in his bag, it's always bad for the opponent. I've never seen he get comfortable and it's a good sign for the opposition. That's always a bad thing, because he usually gonna be on his way to knocking you the hell out. You get what I'm saying? So we see seen and unseen boxing. What it do, homie? He say he's 147. Isaac Cruz. That's crazy. Young Flexer, what it do, homie? That's funny. That's funny, bro. He called it the 147 Eastside Cruise. What that too is Boots ain't got that rehydration cause now. Yeah. Feeling that. Hey, next gen, you're gonna be feeling marvelous. You know what I'm saying? I was about to get to that too. That's another element that's not at play here as well. You get what I'm saying? No IBF 10-pound rehydration rule, none of that no more. It's go out there, make weight, and go do you. And I just don't see him not being on point. I think he about to shine. And again, the next fight, we know that'll make sense in terms of that'll move the needle for him even further is a Brian Norman. I'm telling you, that fight needs to be made, bro. That fight needs to happen. That's a great one for boxing right there. So, we getting closer and closer to that, I think, being a possibility or a reality for us in boxing, right? So all you got to do is handle his business. B. Norman handle his. Now Boots got to show out and handle his business. And, B. Norman showed out. So that's another element too, because, people like to compare, and, people feeling like after these last couple performances from Norman, they feel like the fight between him and Boots is more competitive. Now, I'm not saying they feel like Boots lose to him, but some people believe that. Some people believe that he's stronger, more physically stronger than Boots. He hit harder than Boots. And some people feel like he got the recipe. So that's a fight that we need to see, man. I think Brian Norman is in a really good space. His momentum, he's surging. And with a win over Stanionis, Boots is also in that same driver's seat. And I just feel like that's the best fight to make. But I don't want to overlook nothing. This is the fight to see for this weekend, bro. It's going to be a good one. That's what I think. And then, again, you got Raymond Ford and Thomas Matisse on this card. I think it's Zaquin Moses on this card as well. You get what I'm saying? So I think it'll be his second pro fight. Who else we got on here? Then you got Omari Jones, the Olympian, on this card. Yeah, we got Zaquin Moses. Gayasov is on this card as well. So it's a solid card, man. And it's good to see Boots headlining his own event. That's what you want to see from him, man. So again, man, kudos to Eddie. Keep making it work for Boots, man. Let's see just how far you're able to take one of the best fighters in the world, as you put it, right? Who's gonna put the beats by Dre on stand, split decision or late KO? I feel you. If it's a split decision, that means Stanionis gonna get his in too. You know what I'm saying? If it's gonna be a split, but shit, I think it could be more clean. The question is if he gonna stop him and how he gonna look performing, because I definitely think it's no question for me if he wins or not. Boots, you gotta look at what Benavidez did to Morrell, and his high guard beat it up. You get a teach, talk to him, bro. Right for it, been at J Prince Gym doing guys work in the gym. Lisa, peace, queen. How you feeling today? You know what I mean? Yes, sir, man. Shout out to Ray Ford, man. Shout out to Ray Ford. Be glad to see him on the card as well. That's another good fight. Thomas Matisse. I don't know if y'all know him. He was rocking with that was Montana Love Boy. I don't know quite what his situation is now, who he signed with, or any of that now, but that's a good fight for Ray Ford. You know what I'm saying? Matisse is scrappy. He can fight. He took some L's, but I think Ray Ford could pull this off. I just think Ford is definitely younger. I think moving up to the next weight class was great for him. I think it was a smart move, and we're going to see why. And he'll be healthier, obviously. He won't be drained, and he'll be more of himself in there. So I definitely think he gets to win over Thomas Matisse. But, man, I ain't going to lie. I'm truly excited for the Boots unification fight, though. That dude ain't got no technique. He just relentless. I mean, I think he got a bit of technique, bro. And like, I was talking to my guy, McQueen. He's purposeful and intentful with his work, right? Like, he know what he's doing and why he's doing it. He don't just do shit to do it, right? He's not a dummy in there. He's not like a mindless come forward guy. But I do think, I just don't see enough wrinkles in the overall like approach for me to feel like he's winning. Do I think he can have moments and make things interesting? Most definitely. Do I think he could, make this a worthy scrap for Boots? Absolutely. Like, I'm not saying he just walks through him, but I wouldn't be surprised if some spots of this fight is reminiscent of Villa and he getting off on him. I wouldn't be surprised at all. I mean, I would be surprised, although, if he loses. I just really would. I think styles make fights, man. I just don't see Stanionis' style being a kryptonite to beat Boots. pressure, right? Because that's ultimately like what he bringing. You know what I mean? Pressure, but it is educated pressure, right? He's not an idiot in there. You know what I'm saying? He definitely know what he's doing. So, but I think preparation is key, and I think Bozy, he knows better. They're gonna do their homework, and it's all up to Boots to go out there and just execute, beat him, and shine, man. You don't gotta try to outperform nobody. You are the build, you the headline. This is your fight. This your card. You the man. You the guy. You are the last. You are the show. You know what I'm saying? So go out there and just be the show that you normally are in your fights. That's all. You get me? Because look, this is how I look at it when it's all said and done. The best version of Stanionis that I've ever seen versus the best version of Boots that we feel like we ever seen. And you put those two things in the ring. Now, still, anything can happen because you still have to perform on that night. But if I'm just strictly going off of what they've shown me in the body of work, I definitely think this is more favorable to Boots because I think he just has more tools, more wrinkles, more versatility. Obviously, youthful guy. You get what I'm saying? He hungry, man. He get to it, bro. He get to it. And he got a hell of a trainer, a teacher trainer in Jaron Ennis. And if he listened to him, man, I think he makes the fight easier for himself. I think long as he's locked in listening to Bozy, everything will be A-okay. I really do. I think Stanionis will provide some good moments in the fight. He'll put up a scrap. I think he ain't gonna stand there. I don't think just be a punching bag, but I think at some point he might not have a choice. You know what I'm saying? He might not have a choice. But we're gonna find out, man. And he's a valid opponent. Can't take nothing from him. The winner will get their undeniable credit. And so will the loser. You know what I'm saying? But Boots got bigger fish to fry, man. Stanionis, you just in his way. Unfortunately, G, you just in his way. That's it. That's all. You in his way. And I'm pretty sure he's gonna get you out. Time for trucks. Henry Ford, Ray 7. Raymond Ford is coming. Shout out to Camden, New Jersey, man. I want to see my boy go out there and do his thing. 30 I think it's all about the matchups next gen. It's all about the matchups that they make. It's some talent there, but they gotta make the matchups, bro. You get me? That's what be lacking. It be the matchups. We need the good matchups that's there. I know Stanionis is good. We're basing on it. He's sturdy, he's strong, he can come forward, right? Tough guy. But like I said, ultimately, I just don't see the versatility in the wrinkles in his approach to ultimately get a win over Boots. Now, like I said, I see moments for him. I see some success, right? He ain't gonna just lay down. He gonna be in there going for it too, right? He wanna be a unified champion, right? He fighting for something. He got his O, but I don't see it being enough. Sammy, what it do, homie? So. Solid competitor, man. Solid fight for Boots Ennis, man. And I want to see where he take it, man. What's next for him? I want to see just how far he could take it. You get me? Stanionis is a pit stop for him right now, man. And it's a good, cool pit stop, sturdy test, but we all know that real fighters beat Norman and Boots, man. We know that's the one. I know Barrios is out there, but I definitely think Boots stops him. I ain't gonna lie. I think Boots puts a beating on him. You know what I'm saying? I do. But let's get through April 12th first and see what happens. But I think this show will be his. It's in Atlantic City. That's in Jersey. That's dope. See, Eddie Hearn ain't too bad out here putting out fights. You know what I mean? Where your boy could get to him. So yeah, then Ray Ford, a hometown fighter. You know it. Thomas Matisse, man, he get to just continue his career, man. Like I said, moving up was the smartest move for Raymond Ford. I think that's what he needed, and that's why he took the L to Nick Ball. Just think he was a little compromised at that weight, and he looked a little drained. And obviously, moving up was the smarter move. He already was supposed to do it, but I think he stuck around to make an extra bag, and Eddie Hearn probably convinced him, man. And that shit ended up working out for Nick Ball, who's a pretty solid damn champion. I ain't gonna lie. I like Nick Ball, but I'd love to see that rematch in the future if he ever do move up. I ain't gonna lie to you, because that's one I think Raymond Ford definitely could win. As a matter of fact, I almost know for sure that he could win that fight. I almost know for sure. But yeah, man, Boots, I feel like more people should be talking about it because it's a real fight. But I'm pretty sure if it wasn't a unification, that it's crazy that if Boots wasn't fighting in this unification right here, you probably get more coverage on it, probably for all the wrong reasons as well. But more people will be in tune with covering it and complaining because it ain't no negative storyline attached to it. It seemed like it's a little bit too quiet for the Boots talk for me, and I don't know if I like that. Like, you know, people cried about what Eddie's not doing, like I said earlier, and now that you see some things moving in the right direction, it's like people quiet on it. So I guess it's not enough to complain about. So people not going to even mention the fact that this is the fight that he needed, right? The fact that he didn't duck a Virgil Ortiz and he stuck around for the right reasons, man, to get the fight that he needed, to move him forward. So no more mandatory, no more carrying. We'll never have to see that again. And I think Boo's going to get back to doing what he do. I think Karen was just his, you know, his test, right? His kind of guy that you just don't look that good against. But I just don't see Stanionis repeating that similar effort. I don't think he is going to be tricky as Karen was, right? I just don't see it. Damn, but he unofficially a Houstonian, right? Eddie definitely hitting the ground running with Boots. I'm telling you, he did. He doing good with Boots and Hitchens right now. Yeah, Jordan, that's 100%, bro. I know. Yo, when I do certain stuff, I already know from the rip what's going on. I already be knowing, bro. Let me pack it up with mad, like a controversy. The boy, man, controversy sells. I'm telling you. Where Ray at now? Nah, he at 130. Yeah, he at 30. Yeah, 130. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna keep it a good boxing conversation for today. Stanionis' last fight was against 38-year-old ass. Yeah, he fought what's his name? Gabriel Maestre, I believe. And Maestre got his licks in. You know, he got his licks in, but that's due to the style of Stanionis. Overall, Stanionis handled business and got the win, but Maestre did upset my guy Trayvon Marshall, but that's all good, man. I think Boots would have handled him relatively easy too. I ain't gonna lie. So just styles make fights kind of thing. And it's either gonna be pressure buzz pipes or it's gonna be and one mixtape Boots. That's how I see it, y'all. And one mixtape Boots. And one mixtape Boots or pressure buzz pipes. Them the themes of the fight right there. And you know which one favors which one. Because you know Stanionis coming to pressure. But I think that Boots like that kind of fight too. And that's the thing. Boots can move. He has the feet and the athleticism to be able to, you know, create different looks and show more levels in there, right? I just think Stanionis is pretty cut and dry what he coming to do. I haven't seen him make no crazy switch up to his approach to any fight. Every fight I've seen from him look like a Stanionis kind of fight. Retired my man Marshall. He got back in the mix. He got some more wins after that. TD was good with it. Trayvon Marshall. Forget what, you know, it's like once dudes take a loss, they fall out of that limelight, but he's still around. He definitely got a fight after that one. Ozell, what'd he do? Versus Delorme. Boots beat the common opponent easier. I get that. Too much for that young fella. Yeah, I think he got caught early, man. He made some mistakes early, and Maestre, you know, just different kind of experience, right? More of a pedigree, I think, amateur background and stuff. I don't know. Trayvon Marshall was a little raw, I think, in that fight, and he got caught. Yeah. Yeah, Omar. That's it. I'm going with that. That's the theme of the fight. We going and one mixtape Boots. You know what I'm saying? Or y'all going pressure burst pipes. You know what I mean? With Stanionis. I'm going with and one mixtape Boots. You know, via 2.0 type deal. You know, Neo in the Matrix. You know what I'm saying? Remember how he put himself in the Matrix against Via? I think it's gonna be like that. Boosts his focus and approach the fight like Via. Yeah, it's gonna be an easier fight than Via fight. Stanionis, the big exposed Via movement and the Delorme fight. Yeah, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. We're gonna cook for a bit, man. We're gonna talk about a couple of these topics, man. Gabriel can fight. I haven't seen him in bad performance except for that controversy with Fox. Yeah, he's not a bad fighter. Definitely not. He's a good fighter. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like that that dude was able to hang around with Stanionis, and I just don't see him as being the kind of fighter that Boots is, right? Boots has the ability to really test what you got going on by putting some shit on you, and I think it'd be that type of fight. But my question is, will he actually stop Stanionis? Some people saying a late TKO type deal. I could see that because, again, if he getting off on him, if it's going to be and one mixtape Boots in there, that was over. You know what I mean? Stanionis might as well pack a lunch because it's going to be a long-ass night for him, G. It's going to be a really long night. I'm sorry, he's a cheater. And one mixtape with the do-rag on, you know it, having fun, balling. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's going to be. Is what it's going to be for man, what is that? Where does that message come from right there? Hold on, y'all. My bad. I was just okay. I'm good. All right. It's a big movement for Boots. Hey man, this is time right here. This the Boots era. This the continuation of the Boots era, man. I mean, no more email champion shit. You get to take the belt off for champion, legit, with nobody complaining. You know what I mean? But then Keyshawn, that's on 200K. That's true. That's not enough. I haven't heard it. I haven't heard the no update, but I did hear that is off. Keyshawn and Edwin De Los Santos. I'm not surprised, man. I said that the whole time. I wouldn't be surprised if that fight didn't happen. But nah, I don't think it would be Keyshawn that offered him that. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of times we feel like the fighters be making the offers, but I don't think it would be him. Maybe Top Rank, possibly, if they was gonna be the ones making the fight. And the dog, I think he's staying there and allow years of his career to get shaved off before he goes down. Yeah, that's how he be. He tough as hell. He resilient, and I want to see how much pressure Boots is able to put on him. I want to see if he's able to hurt him. You know what I'm saying? And get rid of him. Because Stanionis is tough as nails. He tough as they come, bro. So that'd be a good feather in his cap if he could stop Stanionis and not just beat him down, like stop him, beat him down and stop him. Statement win, bro. Statement win. And you know that, you know Boots about do another one of those type of performances, man. I think Stanionis is the Vic. All right, throw Keyshawn to the wolves yet. I don't know. I ain't got the details on it. I'll try to get them for y'all for sure. You know what I mean? I did just get a inbox, a DM right before I got up here that is not happening. I think that's what he meant anyway. Good day. Shout out to Big Dre. What's good with it, homie? Business head shop. Sucks to hear. I hate it. Yeah, it be them. It don't be the fighter. You know what I'm saying? Because I think people clearly know he's willing to fight. You get what I'm saying? On both sides, but in hindsight, it might be a blessing in disguise for De Los Santos because he, coming off a bad loss, health concerns, and then inactivity, and you get back in there with somebody that's been as active as Keyshawn, might not work in your favor. You get what I'm saying? Because he got to be rusty after all that time off. He ain't fought since what? Him and Court fought in what? Was it 23? Was it? Artur. You know what I'm saying? It's been a little while, man. It'd be a while, man. Boxing with 2-4 said, call himself the businessman. Edwin, a certified hitman. What color you need, Big Dre? What color, bro? George. Oh, yeah, man. So I don't know. But I'm not surprised that fight ain't coming to fruition, y'all. I'm not at all. You know what I mean? But we got Boost unification this weekend, so I'm hyped about that. But let's keep rolling, man. So Boost fight week is on and popping, man. I can't wait till this weekend. You get what I'm saying? I know he ready, but let's keep rolling, man. I gotta talk about this that I seen this earlier today, and it's been one of these hot topics. It's been something that people been going back and forth about. Because now I already see the videos, Bivol duck Benavidez, and y'all know I ain't big on that conversation. Bivol, it looks like Bivol had done vacated that title, and it looked like a trilogy might be coming up with him and Beterviev. So for me, you can't say you're surprised by this. the two fights was like close. You know, it's no surprise that they would be trying to do a trilogy. I just hate the fact that he had to vacate a belt, which then in turn upgraded Benavidez to the full champion. Now we got two narratives that y'all know I hate for boxing. Now we getting Dmitry Bivol, who fought a guy with 100% KO ratio, is being framed as a duck, and it's annoying. Now it's probably a business move, a career move. Maybe somebody got in his ear and convinced him. That just turned me up a little bit because it's so annoying. We don't never learn, and I get it. I guess that's the shit that get the clicks. But damn, man, like that's where we going. So we not gonna give Bivol no grace whatsoever. The guy fought a damn universal soldier twice for 24 rounds, and all of a sudden, you just gonna wake up the next day and now he's scared. Bro, I don't like y'all. I'm sorry, man. I don't like y'all. We do this to the best fighters in the world, bro. When have you ever seen Dmitry Bivol turn down a challenge? Ever, bro. Ever. When have you ever seen it? And now the other narrative on the other side is unfortunate for Benavidez that he looked like he'll fight anybody. Now he's an email champion and Bivol a duck on the same day. Bro, I don't like y'all, man. I don't. What is he supposed to do that he vacated the title and he in position? What is he supposed to do? Nah, I don't want it. Benavidez willing to fight. If he said that fight was next, he said he loved his chances against Bivol. I wanted to see it. But you got a certain somebody talking about he don't want to see the fight, and that certain somebody could have been the guy that influenced him to make the decision he made, vacating the title and now pursuing a trilogy that I understand it, but I would have preferred Bivol versus Benavidez 1 over Bivol and Beterviev 3. I promise you I do. I personally felt like Beterviev lost both times. That's just me, y'all. That's my thoughts. You know what I mean? I thought he lost both times. I seen it for 24 rounds. I don't think Bivol is the kind of guy to make the mistakes like these other fighters and get himself knocked out. I just think he'll box him again, and I think he'll beat him. I do. I really do. So I don't know. I just hate. Let's come on, Bivol. I haven't seen Bivol this much on the YouTube streets. You get me? Yeah, they call him a twine, a duck, man. Yeah, man. TD is nasty work, bro. Yeah, I think, and I don't want to say blocking per se, right? But I think he's influencing TD because he can't really block, right? He can try, but ultimately, like Bivol made this decision, and we ain't see this coming, right? We thought, remember, they were just about to go to a purse bid, bro. This shit was about to, you get what I'm saying? And then they pulled out, he dropping the belt, and now you get what I'm saying? Now we got to deal with the trilogy instead of seeing Benavidez get a shot to be great at Undisputed, which is nasty work. And now we get to see a trilogy that's not even going to be an undisputed trilogy. So they put the damper on that. They should have just let Bivol and Benavidez scrap, man. That's what I would have preferred. I'm telling you, I would have preferred it. Shout out to Rude Exposure. Say I got Bivol. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Bivol is it, man. He one of them guys, Rude. Ain't nothing wrong with that, yeah. But he gonna be tough for anybody to beat, bro. He's a really smart fighter. And the adjustments that he made from fight 1 to 2 with Beterbiev just showed me everything, man. That dude really smart as hell. I mean, yeah, that's what they doing, man. And I get it, man. It's nothing personal, but bro, seriously, like I get it. You wanted to fight, but he probably making a decision. And I'm telling you, I don't know for sure, but I think he definitely influencing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, he took him over there just not to make the fight, though. You get me? Man, it's dumb. Possibly it could be. That's why I'm not willing to call him a duck. You get me? It sucks though. It's like, damn, bro, we doing that to Bivol? Who is Bivol ducked in his career? Why? What the hell? What I miss? Who he scared to fight? He just fought the damn super soldier. He just fought the closest thing that we got to Wolverine in boxing. Do you see the way Beterbiev work out? Do you see his training regimen? That man looked like he training to fight an army by himself. You get what I'm saying? Then ultimate, what is it? A damn universal soldier, as I called him. That's what a damn cyborg. That's who Bivol just fought. 24 rounds. They said he was gonna get stopped. You get what I'm saying? They said Beterbiev power is different, and he got through that shit twice. Man, I think he will beat him again. And the reason for it is the adjustments that he made from the first fight to the second one. And on top of that, I think the fact that he's good enough to take the knockout element kind of off the table. I'm not saying it could always happen, right? But I truly don't see. I don't see it. 24 rounds. He didn't come remotely close to getting stopped. Not even close. So I don't see him messing up like that. He's a smart ass dude. I think he gonna outbox him again. Thought he did the first time. He got it the second time. I think he can get the third one. You know what I'm saying? Like he survived 24 rounds with no stoppage, no knockdowns, just boxing. And he made Beterbiev have to do more of what he likes to do, in my opinion, than the other way around. So he says it's just a business, Doug. Just people got a rematch on me, right? You give it. Yeah, I get it. I get the rematch for sure. I do. That's why I'm gonna reserve any judgment. I don't feel like he Duck. I'm not about to do the email championship with Benavidez. And I get it. People like the labels, like Tay mentioned, they love labeling the fighters. But this is two reasons why I'm not going. Well, the reason I'm not going with either narrative, and I hate it. You haven't seen a time in Dmitry Bivol's career where he has seemingly avoided tough competition. I don't want to hear shit. Yeah, I've never seen that out of him. So now I'm going to just wake up today, and because it was seen that Benavidez is dangerous, nah, he ducking him. How you duck him to fight the damn Wolverine? Like, make that shit make sense. How do you duck Benavidez, the Mexican monster, to fight a guy that's like a damn polar bear with gloves or something, a damn a grizzly? You get what I'm saying, man? Miss me with that. That shit is a dangerous fight anytime you get in there with Beterbiev, bro. You get what I'm saying? So he a duck, and then I ain't running with that because he'll fight anybody. Benavidez, you know damn well he was willing to fight Bivol. We know this. We know it. So the fact that he got upgraded is just what it is, bro, or elevated to the full champion. We can't be mad at Benavidez, knowing that if he'd have got the opportunity to fight the guy for the belt, he would have been all in. We know this shit. We know this. So I'm not running with it, man. These labels in boxing stink, man. I'm not really too excited about the trilogy like that. But I understand it. He gave him a rematch after he lost, so they running it back. And I think it's just business as usual. It's not the end of the world, though. It's not. It doesn't mean that Benavidez and Bivol could never fight, right? I mean, who knows? Maybe Bivol loses to Beterbiev this time, and maybe we get Benavidez and Beterbiev. You never know, but it's still a good fight, man. I'm not tripping. I think the question now for me, but David Benavidez being the champion, who do he fight now? You know what I'm saying? What fight is out there for him? You get me? What fight really makes sense? And with him being the champion, because now you got to consider that. Now you're elevated, so whoever you fight is a title fight, and you get what I'm saying? You're going to be essentially giving somebody an opportunity, so that fight got to make sense. And I don't know. I couldn't think too far. I really thought the Bivol thing was real, which it was for a minute. All things was good with it. So to me, I feel like, man, maybe on the back end, you got Turkey Al-Sheikh convincing Bivol to, entertain a rematch. And think about it. For him to withdraw, drop the belt, and do all of that, and just to entertain the trilogy, and seeing that statement that Turkey Al-Sheikh made, like, he basically, like, who looked out for you, whatever it was that he said. Y'all remember the tweet. And it basically was like, don't go make the fight. I looked out for you. So maybe he took his advice. I don't know. That's probably the case. I don't know. Maybe he's standing to make some really good money in the trilogy. I don't know. I don't have the answers to that, but he did throw a monkey wrench in the program. I think the people really wanted a Bivol Benavidez fight. And it's crazy. Like, I'm a fan of trilogies. I think we need more of them in boxing. I think it's great for boxing, but I ain't gonna lie. The fact that they allowed enough time to take place where it looked like Beterbiev was cool without fighting again next. And then it's like, oh, they about to go to a purse bid. And then it's like, oh, no, they not. Dmitry Bivol pulls out of that and vacates his title. And now he's entertaining the trilogy, which is wild. That's really, really wild to me. Son of God, what it do on me? That'd be called, isn't it? He wanted the trilogy. I'm not sure because the statements that I heard from him, like, and somebody pointed out, even with the rematch, he didn't even sound like he wanted to do that. So he did it. And I never heard nothing about like him being adamant about the trilogy. Like, he was talking about going home and I think praying and, being with family type stuff. So maybe because it was fresh. You get what I'm saying? Maybe he wasn't thinking about a third fight at the time, I'm pretty sure Beterbiev, being the guy that he is, he want to get that back. So, you know, but I it's just the natural order of things. This shit always happen in boxing. You know, guys don't move exactly when we want to hear an announcement, and then you'll see something else take shape, and then that'll be affected by an announcement after that. So we went from saying, you know, this fight about to be on the way to hell no, and it's weird because I don't understand why he needed to get stripped for that fight for that trilogy to take shape or drop a belt. I don't. That's the part I don't understand. And think about it. Why the WBC strap? Am I right? Am I tripping? You get what I'm saying? No, the WBC strap. Notice the strap that he vacated. If he take a trilogy, that's more than likely going to be another turkey card. The strap that he vacated. You get what I'm saying? Is the WBC strap, the one that he didn't allow up on the stage with Canelo. So it makes you wonder. Like, that's what makes me feel like that's a Turkey Al-Sheikh influence decision right there. I don't know, but I'm just spitballing. It looks to me like based on the belt that was vacated, that's what he doing. You get what I'm saying? Did he pull out? I say it didn't happen. I ain't asked. Let me see something. Let me check my message right now, man. I did get a give me 1 second. Y'all just sending the let me just ask my guy. Oh, he said he tweeted. Okay, he did. Okay. That's why he didn't shake his hand. I'm telling you, man, it's a little weird, bro. It's a little weird, man. The belt, like that's the belt that wasn't allowed on the stage, and then you get what I'm saying. Now that helps Benavidez, but he wasn't looking for that kind of help. He was looking for the smoke. So I know he just got to take it in stride and do what he gonna do. Like, I know he wanted to fight, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's one of them things. What you gonna do? Deny being a champion when you know you putting yourself in position? Nah. So if I was him, hey, be the champion, just defend the belt, and then try to get another one, one of the winner of a Beterbiev and Bivol. You know what I mean? Try to get the winner of that trilogy. Appreciate you. Oh, okay, y'all. Y'all smash that like button too if y'all haven't. So look, quick little update. Shout out to my dog LetsBuild. I don't know. I didn't see the tweet, GM, but they saying Edwin De Los Santos, he turned down the $275K offer. He turned down the $275K offer. Now I'm not even about to get into what if I think what he deserved. I don't know where to go with that because he coming off a loss in a title fight. He ain't been active since then. Like I said, blood clots I think he had going on that kept him on the sideline for an extended period of time. I don't know, but that's what I just got. So they saying he turned down the $275K offer. I wonder if people gonna make videos and call him a duck. I wonder if people are gonna make videos and say Edwin De Los Santos are a duck, or they're gonna catch convenient amnesia and just mull over that. I truly wonder. Now look, I would feel kind of good in one way if I don't see it, but you get what I'm saying. Then again, it's like I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. TM was good with it. Find somebody at least a tune-up or something. Yeah, I don't know. Shelton was good, fam. The fight Keyshawn. Said that's a duck. I hate that word. I'm gonna let y'all have it though, man. I get it. I get it, family. Trust me, your boy gets it. Shout out to Andre Berto, man. Shout out to Andre Berto. He always liking my stories. He need to just come over here and chop it up with your boy. That's what he needs to do. Andre Berto, if you listening, man, I dropped the link, bro. I done seen you in the stories about 5, 6, 7 times, man. Liking the stories, man. Come on over here and give me some of that boxing expertise, bro. Son of God, shout out to my dog, man. Putting some color in the chat. Who was the most avoided boxer? Shakur, David Benavidez. Like if I don't want to come off like I'm just saying anything, but for me, I looked at Benavidez. Got like it seemed like Canelo just did just avoided him like the plague. Outside of that, can't really say like people been avoiding him, right? He been getting the fights. That's the fight, the only big fight, right? That in terms of name value that he was trying to get that he didn't get. With Shakur, I've seen it. I've seen that shit from like 26, 30, 35. I think he's been in more situations where guys have found reasons not to fight him, whether that's business, bad style matchups or whatever. I think I've seen it more from his side for me. You know what I mean? But I just seen massive amounts of it just coming from one fighter in Canelo when it pertains to Benavidez, with him just not feeling like he got to give him a shot.
And we ain't never got a box again.
Crazy.
Well, I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
Shout out to my dog, though. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, he turned down the Keyshawn fight. What do you call it? I'll let y'all do it, Shelton. I hate that narrative, right? I feel like, look, at the end of the day, I'm gonna be consistent with how I think. Damn, it's tough, man. Because look, I can't tell you what he's worth. I can't. Like, I could imagine the next fight he takes is not gonna be that same amount of money. I could imagine that. I can pretty much probably guarantee that his next fight won't be that kind of offer. If he wanted 50-50, he definitely bogus. Because if you being all the way honest, and look, if we being consistent too, don't we complain about guys coming off losses, bad losses, and title shots, getting title shots? We hate it, right? We hate to see it. That's exactly what that'd be. That'd be that. You get me? So I don't know. I mean, I don't know in terms of what he was supposed to get. Like, I don't know what his value is. Like, after being on the sideline, you know what I'm saying? Plant, Boo Boo, Morrell fought him. You get what I'm saying? They fought him. So I don't think only Canelo. That's what I was saying. Teach Santos is not a highly paid fighter. That's what I'm saying. Teach. He not, bro. He not. Del Santos is a loser. He over there doing. Shout out his ass. Shout out to my dog, son of God. Appreciate you. Says that's why you. I like that. I like that. Appreciate you, son of God. Yeah, and I think he is avoided because I hate Duck. Almost makes it seem like they scared, but I think guys just know stylistically they match up bad with him, and I think that's why they choose not to fight Shakur. I don't think it's out of fear, right? He might feel that way, and I understand it, but for me, I think fighters fight, right? But I think everybody got a price, and if they're not getting a substantial amount of money to get in there, not saying they get bad money, but if they're not getting some, like, you know, break the bank, then they'll pass on it and go in another direction. Fight next. That's what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying? It's gonna be less. Thrill. Shout out to Thrill Hill. How you feeling, bro? Basically, he was clout chasing. Shakur get more criticism for fighting Padley than Floyd, and his dad got for pulling out Daisy for the event. Hey, make it make sense, Jordan. Make it make sense. When shout out to my dog LetsBuild, I always got to give him his just due. Shout out to him, right? And this on top of this, Jordan, Jadier Herrera had an opportunity but didn't make the check weight. So and on top of that, already had a fight schedule. So that took him out of contention to get that fight. So then they hit him with the Eddie Hearn, Josh Padley special, bro. Josh Padley made that check weight though. They called him electrician, made jokes and all that, but his ass made that check weight. Saved the damn date, made it so that Shakur was able to get paid and stay active, saved the day. I respect it. Shout out to Padley. Now he a full-time fighter, and I think he got a fight scheduled already. You know what I mean? That shit worked out for him, man. That's the first time I could point to Shakur's career where it seemed like after losing to him, and he got his ass kicked. I don't care with nobody. That's the beatdown. It was one-way traffic in that fight. He got beat up, stopped, beat up to the body, took up out of there, and now already got another opportunity somewhere else, which is dope. It's dope for him. You know what I'm saying? And we keep it up, we're going to be fighting a six-pack Bud Light in a while. Nah, you know. Hey, hold on. Where is he ranked at? Because didn't they say if you turn down, am I bugging? Or did they say if you turn down the title shot, they drop you from the rankings? But this would be, that's the WBO. I don't know if that was them. I forget which sanctioning body came out with that rule. Am I tripping? Didn't they come out with the rule? I could have sworn they came out with the rule if you turn down a title shot, you get dropped from the rankings. I thought so. He said he's gonna be fighting a six-pack of Bud Light in the Walmart parking lot. He said now in 2 weeks, content creators pick kills record. Let's see if they kill this guy. Hey, Shelton, it's gonna be crickets, G. It's gonna be crickets. Shout out to Melanie Queen. How you feeling, sis? It's gonna be crickets. Maybe you can fight Frank Moore. Flank. I think Flank. I thought was going to 140. I thought that's what he said on Twitter. Thought he was saying Edwin is number 8 in the WBA. So maybe because I don't know if I forget which of the sanctioning, but was it the WBA that put that statement out? Am I tripping? I know I got to look it up. Y'all got to pardon me, my memory, but I know one of them came out with the statement saying, I think if you turn down the title shot, you get him saying it dropped from the rankings or something like that. Damon, what it do, homie? How you feeling? I don't know, but I'm not overly surprised that fight didn't happen, y'all. I'm not. I mean, it was wishful thinking to feel like it was going to come to fruition anyway. You get what I'm saying? Edwin can do it. Oh, you talking about Edwin throwing the one off with Frank and come back down. Oh, okay. I thought you was talking about Keyshawn and Frank. That's a good fight too. But yeah, look, I'm not against it. I don't know where Edwin goes from here though. But it's strange because like you get dudes get their opportunities. Like, nah, hell no. Nah, bro. Listen, I just want people to keep the same energy. I hate the duck talk, but hell no. Y'all literally, they out here today in today's boxing world calling Dmitry Bivol, who just went 24 rounds with a damn cyborg. They calling him a duck because I think he allowed Turkey Al-Sheikh to influence him into dropping that WBC strap. You get what I'm saying? And fighting in that trilogy. I don't think he want nothing to do with the WBC strap, and he making it so that fight is not even an undisputed fight. Benavidez is now a champion, but who's going to be his dance partner is the question. You get me? Because that ain't too many people that's beating Benavidez. I'm going to let you know that now. That dude going to kick some ass. He just need top guys, bro. Nah, no, they better not be. Hey, bro, they better 619. They better not be. They singing at their press conference. They better not be, bro. They gotta chill, bro. Nah, they gotta chill. They better not be, man. So yeah, man. So let's get back to this, man. Like I said, I don't know, man. Benavidez continues to get a raw deal. I think, man. This was a really good opportunity, him and Bivol to mix it up, man. And I think his shot at undisputed just went away just like that. Now he a champion, but he didn't get it the way he wanted, and he didn't get the fight that he wanted. So I don't get it, man. I just feel like the WBC will get him the belt, but they won't get him the fight. Yeah, they'll make you a champion, but they won't get you the champion. It's crazy how you'll end up with a WBC strap, but when you was at his 68, you couldn't get the guy in the ring. They kept putting you in there for interim title fights and stupid shit like that. That's why I'm saying I'm starting to get tired of these belts. All they do is confuse shit and it gets stupid after a while. Like there was no reason for them to be in a situation where they was gonna go to a purse bid and then you just pull out. The same, it's like soon as we heard it, it just took they made a decision and went left. And that's what makes me think this gotta be, like I said, this Turkey Al-Sheikh all the way, bro. He said, yeah, man, if you want this trilogy, man, yeah, you're gonna have to drop that belt, man. So I don't know what his personal is with the WBC. I don't get it, but he clearly got an issue with them. Clearly. See what Bivol doing, same as what Frank did with Shakur. Yeah, to a degree. And I don't look at it as a duck because you're going to fight a trilogy where a lot of people thought he deserved a rematch anyway. So, I mean, Callum Smith is that's a good fight. It's a good fight because he just beat Joshua Buatsi. That's a good fight, Thrill. I ain't gonna lie, that's a good fight. You're right. That's a really good fight. It is. At 75, Callum Smith, I think, is a good fight for Benavidez. Not as good as Bivol, but still, good fight is a good fight. It's one for sure. And it's the fact that he's coming off a good win. And Callum Smith has looked relatively solid up there, light heavyweight. He looks solid up there. He got punching power. He took Joshua Buatsi through hell in that fight. You get what I'm saying? He took him through hell. So I do like that. Hey, man, me too, Shelton. And I like Callum Smith. Low key is like people, we trash these fighters. They can't, we don't allow dudes to lose at all, but he's a good fighter. He's a good fighter. Tall, long, technically sound. He can box. Fundamentals on point. It's a good fight. I think Benavidez beats him for sure because of the styles, but I think Callum Smith can offer some different things in there. You know what I'm saying? I think that'd be a good shakeup for Benavidez. Yeah, if that happens for sure. If that happens, yeah, behind the hands, that'll make sense too. I could see that because I could see right what he's setting up, and he thinking the long haul, right? But it almost seems like now that, and man, that could happen. I wonder would it happen? But it almost seems like now that the belt was dropped, because think about it, why I don't see it happening, because he got what belt? That WBC belt, and it just seemed like he got some type of issue. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's like, why vacate? I don't get it. I'm telling you, I swear, this got turkey written all over it. This trilogy got turkey written all over it, man. And that's probably he probably would have had any other belt. Who knows? Maybe that would have been more of an option. But something telling me that it seems like he gonna be left to go make a fight, and you know he gonna go do what he do with Beterviev for the trilogy. That's what I see. Hey man, talk about it, bro. Talk about it. Hey, Shelton, he has. Man, Mauricio Suleiman not kissing the ring. I'm telling you, so that's why he like, man, bro. He telling Bivol, man, look, drop that belt, come over and get this trilogy, bro. He said we be cheating, WBC. Like Turkey playing the same promotional games. To me, nah, that's what's going on. 2 cents. He doing something, bro. He doing something. Big Turk doing something, bro. He doing something. He definitely doing something, bro. And I don't know what it is, but I mean, it looked like games to me. And it's crazy because the fight that he said he wasn't interested in after initially having interest in it. And it's like, again, you brought Benavidez way over to Saudi to not make a fight. I don't understand what was the point of that. That's so damn stupid. Like, people can change their mind, but damn, bro, like, you gotta keep a watchful eye on this Turkey guy, man. He be on bullshit. For real. I think he be spreading misinformation and trying to confuse the people into thinking one thing had happened. Like, you went from being interested to not being interested to, you know, that being a great fight for Undisputed to now the trilogy is happening, but it's not even for Undisputed. Like, it's just stupid, man. It's almost dumb to see because the first 2 fights was. Now it's dumb that the third one is not for Undisputed. And I ain't big on complaining about the belts, but at least make it make sense. I think he should have been allowed to still fight for all the belts. That way, you get what I'm saying? I just don't get it. I don't get it. I want to shout out the title. Man, Bivol. Bro, hey Damon, because they don't really be boxing fan. Like father, like son, WBC, been corrupt. That we been corrupt. That's what it stands for too. We been corrupt. Secret dance move. What's good with it? Yeah, if you mad at I mean, to me, I hear it on both sides. You definitely can't be mad at Benavidez for wanting his shot. I mean, he essentially about to go through a similar situation that he went through at 68. Right when he in position to make a fight, it kind of get yanked from up under him. You get what I'm saying? Or something else happened, and then he's forced to deviate to something different, right? So that's what I don't like. And I don't understand why he would freeze him out if he brought him over there. But to me, it seemed like he trying to X out the he seemed like he's trying to X out the WBC from being in the mix. My bad, y'all. Send me a text. That's what I think. Yeah, man. I truly would have liked Benavidez getting his opportunity. I would have, man. Man. I just don't know. D for the win. My dog was good with it. See a third fight. I don't think many do. Yeah, man. I mean, I think some people feel like obviously if the third fight, I mean, they feel like it needed to happen because of the second one. It's some that don't mind it, but I think there are more people that would have been more interested in seeing Benavidez and Bivol 1 versus the trilogy. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. Like I definitely think there's some people that's ready to see what Benavidez can do, and a lot of people think he could beat either one of these guys. So I feel like it's all good if he eventually gets to one of them anyway. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? So it don't really matter. Think lose people once won a trilogy, yeah. If he did, yeah, they would. Oh, did he? Yeah, I know. I did hear about him leaving the fight, but I didn't know if he said he felt insulted because Benavidez left the fight. That's weird. That's strange. It's pretty damn strange. Shit, the only person that should feel some type of way is Benavidez, and you went from saying you was interested in the fight to not being interested in the fight. So you nobody should be feeling some type of way. It seemed like you brought him over there just not to make the fight. You get what I'm saying? To plant the seed that that was the next thing up, and then you never wanted it. I mean, he did come out and say he didn't want it, but I don't see how he giving us fights we want if he moving that way. I don't get it. Rather see the Benavidez fight. Not interested in the third fight, especially if it's not undisputed, and it's not. And that's the crazy part. And I told you that now the narratives, we got to deal with the narratives. You got to deal with hearing that Benavidez is a damn email champion, and now Bivol is a duck, all in one wop, which is crazy work. Two reputations of two, proven fighters, right? Especially, Bivol and then a Benavidez, like showing the hunger like that he showed. There's no reason that people should do that. You get me? So fans wants Zepeda and Shakur. I mean, speaking of that, let's keep rolling. Smash the like button for your boys. So look, that's what we getting. We got a trilogy on the way. I'm guessing that's gonna be another turkey card. If Benavidez could get a guy like Calvin Smith, I think that's a great fight for him. But him being a champion, he deserves it at the end of the day, and I think he's gonna make a great champion. Let's see how much damage he able to, cause up there at 50, at 75. But let's keep rolling, y'all. Got to bow down to his injury. That's what it be seeming like, and that's what it seemed like. That's why I don't care for him at this point. Currently, he messing up fights. Like currently, in my opinion, he messing up fights, and meanwhile trying to trick people into thinking he won the best fights when he clearly said he wasn't interested in what would have been one of the best fights to make at the weight class. And again, we not crying about a trilogy, but you get what I'm saying? That newer fight would have been more refreshing, a different matchup. Yeah, I mean, I don't care, Teach, but it almost seems like the fact that it's not that, it shouldn't be a priority, right? It shouldn't be a priority to me. You know what I'm saying? Like the fact that they not all on the line, it's like, and ultimately, I think it's up to Bivol. I think he made the decision, bro. I like Smith, he good, but he don't need them problems. I'll take the fight though. Yeah, Benavidez gonna make him work, man. He gonna make him work. Big Baby Miller looked in good shape though. Still 2 months to fight. Big Baby Miller was tripping out, man. Hold on.
You what, bro?
Come on.
Y'all disrespect people all the time. What do you expect? Fighters get disrespect all the time, and they don't want to come out here and play nice. There's a lot of disrespect behind closed doors.
No one.
A lot of people run up on me asking me for bro. There's a lot of disrespect y'all don't know about, bro. A lot of disrespect that goes on. Especially when you're getting respect.
You're getting respect.
A lot of disrespect goes on.
You get respect.
And they don't want to talk about certain things. Listen, if anybody that's done an interview with me, you know I'm very articulate. I speak very well. But if you push my buttons, I'm gonna slap the out you.
Yeah, Big Baby Miller, yo, he couldn't even get his words out. He was talking so fast, man. He was talking so damn fast. Oh man, Big Baby Miller wants smoke. Him and Fabio Worley is a good fight. It's a good fight. I thought they said did he slap Fabio Wardley? I thought he slapped him. I thought they said he slapped him. I do Big Baby Miller kind of dirty. Nah, he might though, man. But it should be a good scrap. Miller was pissed off, bro. He was hot. Man was hot. Still trying to figure what Turkey put in the boxing ring in Manhattan. Oh yeah, man. Turk DOG was good with it, homie. Not to mention the anti-American sentiment in the UK. He's not lying. Yeah. Nah, Big Baby Miller was passionate, man. I don't think he was just talking about nothing. But again, man, I see somebody mention, you know, Shakur and Zepeda, and look, this is look like where we at with it. You know, they gonna order this fight just because they ordered don't mean it'll happen, but it seems like that's what's going on, bro. Shakur did tweet, he did post something on his IG, something about, he said checkmate or something to that effect. Where is it at? Oh, there it go. He said, you know something, F the money. He said, respect me as a man. And he had posted something else saying checkmate with the fight. So, man, look, as long as that fight happened, I think that's all that matter. I think sometimes when they make certain information public, we grow an attachment to talking about it, right? And I just don't, I'm not worried about his money. I think him and his team will take care of that. But at the same token, if you're gonna promise a young man X amount of dollars and then you go back on your word and then you offer him significantly less than whatever he's been making in the past, that's a spit in his face. I don't care how you try to slice it. I don't care how you try to draw it up. I'm not here to talk about what he is worth and what he's not worth. He's been getting it, so I can't say that he's not worth this or that. He's been getting it. So why the hell would he be continuously getting paid a certain price point that he's not worth? Is ridiculous to me. I think Turkey Al-Sheikh has just got his interest elsewhere, and it's kind of a slap in the face. And at the end of the day, we shouldn't trip anyway, because if he fighting over there in that card, then it's another Saudi card, man. We want to see him in the States where we could see him fight at anyway. So hopefully this fight do come to fruition. I do like that course saying F the money. And it's really principle here. It's really principle. Like, it's respect. Like, don't tell me one thing and think you could play with me. Like, that's bad business all the way around. And the fact that anybody would sit up and act like that's not the case is wild. Those are the people that don't like him. That's bad business. I see. I told you. He shouldn't have went here and did this, and he should have went over here. But man, he should be doing exactly what he's doing. Whatever he's seeing is best for his career, that's what he's gonna do. At the end of the day, I think the goal right here is to get this fight. You're gonna want to get as much money as you can get in this fight. But at the end of the day, if it goes 70-30 in your way, shit, you win at the end of the day anyway. So we gonna see. I think the goal is, though, to just be prepared for the fight and don't be distracted by all this, the business of boxing, the politics, and social media. Go out there and beat this kid ass, man. You get what I'm saying? Telling you, Oscar don't want this fight. I think he's gonna pull Zepeda out. He might. Hey, he might. You know what I'm saying? He might. That's me. What's good with it? Did you see Farmers taking Shakur fighting Zepeda? Yeah, I seen him say, I had it up here. I seen him say something about nobody being able to stop Tevin. Being able to stop him unless you knock him out or something like that. And Shakur told him, he asked him if he wanted to bet money on it. Asked him if he wanted to bet money. Lion, what's good with it, homie? So the mission is to devalue. Yeah, for sure. For sure. That's what they trying to do. That's why I think right here, yeah, it's a bad move, Secret Dance moves. It's just nasty work, but it's crazy that people feel like they know what a fighter should do at home based on how it play out. Nobody could have predicted a guy promising one thing and then doing another. You get what I'm saying? And shit, the end of the day, that's not your promoter, no way. So like I said yesterday, you just in a position where you got to make your promoter put his ass to work. He gotta make it right for you. Shit, he put boots in the unification. Richardson Hitchens got a fight, I think, coming up with Cambosis. You get what I'm saying? You shake it. You got shit shake it for them. You got to secure this fight for your guy, and you got to get him paid good money. That's your job now. That's what you got to do. Know what I mean? Yeah. Nah, I think he a company guy, Damon. I think he just goes with whatever Oscar tell him. So if Oscar pull him up out of the fight, I don't think he gonna be tripping on social media. You won't hear him. You won't be reading no tweets from him and him talking crazy. You gotta live in this region like me to know how these roll. That's crazy. But we'll see. We'll see, man. This is where you at though. Like I said, Turkey did what he did. Like you can't make promises, you can't negotiate or give verbal agreements and then try to pull back on. I mean, you could do what you want, but you can't expect a guy to want to fight, you know what I mean, or accept your offer if it was in bad faith. So do what you need to do. I think, like I said, you got a good team, smart enough team to put him in position to get this fight. And I think it's going to come down to if Zepeda really wanted it or not. If Oscar really want this guy to take this challenge. That's what we about to find out with this situation right here. So he says stand for something or fall for anything. So at the end of the day, people can say what they want. Shit is about principle too. And I always said this, it's not always the dollar amount, it's the principle, bro. Like you can't just play with people and, you know, this is life you talking about. So you're not about to pay me significantly less to put my damn belt on the line against my damn mandatory. You know what I'm saying? It just don't make no damn sense. So the hell with Turkey anyway, man. Just one less reason. One less reason for us to have to worry about him. You know what I'm saying? I think he showing where his intentions lie, and it damn sure ain't in putting American fighters in position. You know what I'm saying? That definitely ain't the case. So my hopes is I don't want to see him have to fight on his card, because if y'all having some discrepancy and disagreement because you were promised things and now he reneging, I just don't see how that works for you. You get what I'm saying? I don't see how fighting on his card could benefit you, especially after seeing how he did Carlos Adames over there after he beat Hamza Shiraz. So he just got to be careful, man. And he's always been the kind of guy that crosses T's and dot his I's in the fights anyway. So he kind of removed the possibility of you robbing him. So I hope he'll never be in a situation like that. But as long as him and Turkey are not on the same accord, I don't care to see him fighting on any of them cards. You get what I'm saying? At all. And my thing is, when is he really going to make his Matchroom debut? This is the thing that's confusing me now that I sit back and look at it. He didn't even make a Matchroom debut. That Turkey out of Sheik shit don't count. You signed with Eddie Hearn. When are you going to put the guy on the platform to fight? You get what I'm saying? I'm trying to understand what the hell going on. So definitely got to watch for eye on Turkey and Eddie Hearn when it comes to Shakur, because I can't make sense out of what exactly it is that they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Yo, boxing is crazy, bro. They say boys who cry say Shakur will respect as a man to fight like a man. Bro, I don't even know what that mean. What that mean, bro? What he be doing when he fight? He don't fight like a man. What he fight like? Let me know. Turkey done lost their luster, bro. Yeah, it seemed like the faucet, the well is run dry. It seemed like he was riding a high for a minute, and then he, came back to reality. Seemed like what he was doing with was unsustainable anyway. And at some point, I think reality had to settle in, and we seeing exactly what we seeing right now. You get what I'm saying? We seeing what we seeing right now. Man, I don't know I gotta ask, because I really be trying to know. Watch this, y'all. How many fights of Shakur's you watch, Boys Who Cry? How many fights of his you watched? How many fights? I'm just curious. How many of his fights you seen? These dudes just be saying anything, yo. I never, boxing fans are the worst, bro. I'm telling you. Matchroom and the ops, they seek to devalue us, and this Boots going to increase his value fighting beyond AC. I feel like for Boots, that'll be in the opponents, right? If you see what he was able to do in Philly, I think he kind of trying to keep it relatively in the same area, right? Somewhere in that range where Boots do well and people will come out to see him. The numbers did really well in Philly. We was there. Shout out to my homie D for the win. Always, man. A real one. But I think the numbers were fine. So I don't think he's devaluing Boots. He putting him in the kind of fight that he need to be in. That's the unification that people said they wanted to see him in. So I don't think he's devaluing Boots per se. And we got to think, right? Like, think a bit deeper. Think of, American and UK aside. What sense as a business person would it make for you to bring somebody on board and devalue? How would that make good business sense? How would it, you get what I'm saying? How would that make good business sense? You get what I'm saying? Like a lot of time I hear it, like I just think guys have more of a challenge when it comes to making things pop for American fighters. I do, but I can't. It's hard for me to make sense out of them purposely trying to sabotage careers, because how would that even make any type of sense? Like you essentially would be wasting your time. You get what I'm saying? So it's tough. I don't know. I mean, it's weird, man. I really think he liked Boots. And look, the position he put him in is a good one, right? I think that's what he doing, but with the location in terms of AC, not a bad thing. Putting him somewhere where people gonna show up to see him fight, and it's a unification. I think it'll do really well number wise, right? I think he'll do what he need to do there. So I think he's doing well right now for Boots at this moment. I think this is a good move and good fight. You know what I'm saying? Just like he put him in Philly, he made that move because he was able to, pay and make sure the fight happened there. You know what I'm saying? So Eddie he trying, but I don't praise none of these dudes though, none of the promoters. But I just it's tough to believe that these guys are sabotaging careers. You get what I'm saying? I just don't see how business wise that'll make sense for them. You know what I'm saying? Your name is Boys Who Cry, and you talking about Shakur. Yeah, nice try, bro. You can have it. Like again, I asked the question, man. Boys Who Cry. It's another question. Let's see how sharp you are, or if you just a guy that's typing. Name me 2 opponents that Jadier Herrera fought. You probably don't even know his first name. That's why you typing Herrera. But name me 2 opponents he fought without going to box rec. Go. And how many times have you seen Herrera fight that know what he'd do? And what are you basing that off? I got some questions for you. Lee, what it do, homie? How you feeling? Then when the Cambosis, Eddie stepped down. Boots need to fight in other markets now. Boots been conquered AC in Philly. I mean, I don't know. It's tough to look at it that way, because what other market? You get what I'm saying? Put them where? You get what I'm saying? If you're putting somebody in a position to succeed, I don't see it as a bad thing. You get what I'm saying? I think the Philly thing was good. I don't know if he conquered AC yet, but it's good to put the unification there. Where else you gonna put it? You gonna put it where you think your guy can sell tickets at, I would suppose, right? So I would think that's the idea. You know what I mean? JJ, what it do? Yeah, Teach, I gotta ask. I get tired of this. Like, y'all gotta stop. I know y'all listen to a lot of Shakur Stevenson slander all day. I know you do. But if you can't really be real and talk real boxing, I would rather not even see you typing. Like, talk real boxing over here. This ain't the platform for unnecessary like slander and, oh, he can't do this and he don't fight like a man. Like, your name literally is Boys Who Cry, and you talking about Shakur. What the hell for? Could you beat him? Would he run circles around you, or will he punch you down, beat you up? I want to know. Let me know. Banks, what it do on me? So I'm late, but it's the IBS. I just realized how late I was, not even talking about that anymore. What, the IBF? Oh, it was the IBF. Shout out to you, Banks. I know what you're talking about. It was the IBF that came out with the rules. Say if you turn down a title shot, they remove you from the rankings. The Butcher, what it do? What it do? Why is he supposed to stand in front of Herrera? I gotta entertain this, because I gotta show these people how like your boxing knowledge is lacking. So let me explain. Let me understand something. If a guy is punching harder because you at home want to see it, he should stand in front of the guy with more punching power versus the guy with less punching power, right? And that you reduce that to being scared and not being smart. That's how I know, like, your level of boxing knowledge is deeply in question. And I rarely do this to people ever, but you just can't. Everything you type is just like nonsense. Y'all, whoever thinks that a guy to make you satisfied at home is supposed to put himself in harm's way to prove to you that he fights a certain way, you're completely mistaken. You're a person that's never gotten a ring and done nothing. You're a person that never had no fight or none of that. That's IQ, man. You see how that worked out for a certain somebody fighting how the fans want? Did you see how that worked out? That shit is not smart. You want a guy to stand there and take unnecessary chances to be what? Comatose at the end of his career? You got to make this shit make sense, man. This shit is called boxing, not stand there and let you hit me. You get what I'm saying? Not stand there and let you hit me. You don't need, again, if you can't name who Herrera fought, stop typing his name in the chat. Stop typing Herrera because you don't know nothing about him and you just being a troll. And I don't like trolls. I'm gonna let you know that. So back to what I was talking about, man. Tank didn't stand in front of Ryan or Rolly. Nope. Man, that's no shade to him, but he didn't. Like, you get what I'm saying? That should just be sounding so stupid. Opulent, what's good with it, Brody? How you feeling, family? Boxing is hit and don't get hit, and that's what he do at the highest level. Now, if you want to cry about it, if it's entertaining to you, go cry in the car with the other, 27 people that sit up every day on YouTube crying about how he fight. That man is a master at what he do, man. You see, you notice how you wasn't able to answer none of the questions. So stop talking about Javier Herrera because you don't know nothing about him. You just talking. You on some casual shit. Stop telling me a guy is supposed to stand right in front of a guy with more power versus a guy with less power. You don't make sense. You sound like you don't really know boxing, bro. Sound like you don't really know boxing. If you're a guy that's obviously punching, my job is to limit your opportunities of landing that shot. And how do I do that? Not being available, not standing right in front of you. Now, if I can gauge that your power ain't nothing that I'm too much worried about, then I'm going to give you more of an enjoyable fight that you want. That's IQ. That's intelligence. You get what I'm saying? That's it. But if you smart enough, then you understand that. If you just silly and talking, then you doing what you just doing, just talking. I hate this, man. Boxing need more support, less critics, because most of y'all really don't know shit about boxing. You just be talking. He'll do this. He'll run from this one. He'll do this. He'll do that. How old are you, man? You can seriously, bro. This channel ain't for the unnecessary slander. I'm gonna make people stand on it from now on. When you do them little type eyes, I'm gonna make sure I take time out of my day to make you explain exactly what you're talking about. And ladies and gentlemen, do you see how this young man wasn't able to answer a single solitary question, just typing foolishness? Now back to regular schedule programming. Y'all hit that like button. We're gonna cook for a bit more, man. Like I said, man, this fight, it needs to happen. It's a lot of BS narratives. Like I said, I think it was some bad business being done on Turkey's behalf. Who cares? Like, I just want to see the fight. So the fact that it's being ordered, they willing to go to purse bid, and they got about 30 days to negotiate, come up with a deal. Or I believe Shakur get a 70-30 split his way. So we'll see what comes out of that fight. But he never turned down the fight. He never ducked the fight. As people put out, everybody that put out Shakur Stevenson duck or sat up on the panels for hours talking about how he ducked Zepeda. None of those people are going to get on YouTube today and say they were wrong. Not one single one. They all jumped the gun because of Turkey not being in the mix. And it's to me, it seemed like Shakur didn't kiss the ring, because kissing the ring would have been taking whatever low ball offer that he put up on the table for him, right? But then he don't kiss the ring, and because people want to push narratives, they're not even intelligent enough to recognize that he said, hey, man, I'm standing for something, bro, all principle alone. You told me one thing, and then you think you're going to pull back and I'm going to still rock with you? Absolutely not. Because if you were to rock with me, you would deliver on what you promised or what you said you was going to do. So it's very simple. I don't need to deal with this guy. I'm a smart guy. We're going to take this shit to purse bid, and whatever money I get out of that, I'm taking that money and I'm going to take Zepeda head with it. Simple. But because people are now some narrative pushing weirdos, they're going to all sit up here and talk for hours about him ducking a damn fight that he never avoided, never turned it down, never said he wasn't going to take the fight. None of that. Just Turkey is not in the mix. He's not taking his offer. And I understand. That's my only issue is I would like for Eddie Hearn to be more vocal in this situation, because after all, he is signed to you, not that idiot. So at the end of the day, man, we're going to see what's going on. And if that fight comes to fruition, I think he's going to handle his business like he always do. Think it'll be a good fight. It's a good fight for boxing. It needs to happen in the States. Anything on Turkey cards with them not seeing eye to eye will be a setup waiting to happen to me. You know what I'm saying? Will be a setup waiting to happen. Yeah, man, I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. Yeah, you probably like, how old are you, dude? He probably like 16, 17, something like that. I could tell the way you talking. A grown man wouldn't just sit up and keep typing ignorant. So we just going to ignore you. We ain't got to block you or nothing. Just you would be talking to yourself from now on. I'm cool on you, bro. You think Hitchens and Campbell's fight should be in Australia, New York? New York. Oh, man, you know what? Hold on. I did speak some money-wise. You said, I don't know. Cambosis is that guy over there in Australia. he got some fans over there. I ain't gonna lie, he do got some fans in Australia. I don't know, but I say being that Hitchens is the champion, put it in New York. You know what I'm saying? Put it in New York. You know what I'm saying? Eddie line Shakur up. It's tough to say. It's tough to say because again, I just like where's the logic in that from a business standpoint to sign fighters to put them in bad situations. Like if somebody could help me understand that, maybe I'll think that, but I don't think it was an Eddie thing. Like Zepeda not accepting the fight or Turkey Alex Sheik not standing on business and not giving what he said. I don't think that's Eddie. I think that's those individuals. You know what I'm saying? I think that's Turkey Alex Sheik trying to control shit. And I like the fact that he said the hell with your offer, bro. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Uncle Rick. What's good with it? Tank told us Sheik was moving funny. Is this confirmation now? I don't really, I would rather like go off of these situations, like not what he was basing it off. Cause I don't listen to it. I never understood what his issue was like for him. You get what I'm saying? But this ain't a good move for him. You know what I mean? Not standing on business is not a good move, but this shit don't matter. Like I'm not worried about that. If that meant the end of the fight and the fight not coming to fruition, I would hate it. But the fact that the fight is still about to be currently negotiated, or they get 30 days to come up with a deal, and they don't, then 70-30 split and Shakur way go out there and beat his ass and keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to see. I just want to see that particular fight. I think it's a good one. Shout out to the Uncle Rick, man. But yeah, man, Turkey just don't look like he moving right. So that shit, if you want to say Tank was right, but I just never said they never had a relationship. So I don't know, like, what could he be basing it on? Because I doubt if he really paying attention to the business and what's going on with Turkey Alex Sheik. I just think he didn't like him. Just like he say he doesn't like Eddie Hearn, right? But you can't say what Eddie Hearn has done to him. He just don't like him, right? And it's like if he say something, we got to go with it. So because he said Eddie Hearn a snake, we got to be like, yeah, Eddie Hearn a snake. But not listen to the fighters that work with Eddie Hearn. Listen to the fighter that never worked with Eddie Hearn. It just, to me, I don't see the logic in it. It don't make a lot of sense for me to believe the fighter that don't have no dealings with him and he just going off of what he think, which is fair. You can think how you want. But if I'm listening to the fighters, I don't know. You get what I'm saying? I think Eddie Hearn's biggest problem when it comes to American fighters is putting them in position and getting them, the notoriety that he's saying he's capable of getting them, right? Putting them in position. That's what I haven't seen with consistency from him. I think he's doing very well with the women. I think Boots is fairly in a solid spot. I think Hitchens is moving in a good space. But Shakur just like, you sitting back and you like, I don't know exactly what he's able to do. You know what I'm saying? So I don't care for the Turkey Alex Sheik business. I'm trying to jump the gun saying Shakur down. Of course, Motown, you know how they do. That's the popular thing, man. You know what I'm saying? That should be the popular one, man. That should be the popular one, man. At the end of the day, people think that man is not supposed to stand on his business or speak when it's pertaining to his business. If you can't speak on your business, then you might as well shut up. It's like put a muzzle on it. Don't speak on nothing. So I don't know. I don't quite see it that way. I just think it's okay to speak on shit that pertains to you and your business because, contrary to popular belief, Twitter has no bearing on any negotiation that he's ever done in his career. Nothing that he says on Twitter has ever affected his money or made it so that he didn't get paid. That's just fans that talk that kind of stuff. You get what I'm saying? Because they really think the powers that be or the people that signing checks are putting people in position, making fights, are sitting up watching exactly what he tweet and taking his tweets personal. Like, because at the end of the day, is it business or is it personal? Because if the business is being affected by what you're saying on social media, then that would be them taking it personal instead of doing business. So I really don't see it. I just see people making that up. Because again, if I had to ask you in what way has anything he's ever tweeted affected his career up until this point, what would you be able to say? It'll be a whole bunch of shit that can't be validated or backed by nothing that's factual. It'll just be what you think or speculation. Just like this whole notion, one of the worst, sayings in boxing is somebody's stock has dropped. you'll hear somebody say that about a fighter that ain't even took a loss. Yeah, his stock dropped. And then you'll see that fighter go on to get fights, make money, and X, Y, and Z. It's just typical fan overreaction because they have limited understanding of what goes on behind them rooms. You give us behind them closed doors. You really think that these guys are sitting up worrying about what another guy is saying on Twitter is crazy. Do you think Twitter has any bearing on anything, as far as the financial end of boxing? Like, you think they looking like, yeah, he said this on Twitter. Yeah, like, imagine that. What's the damn, like, the sense in that? That makes none. It makes none. It really don't. I don't think that's lining them up. No, I don't either. I mean, where is the sense in it? I'm trying to understand. I want to understand you. Like, what sense does it make for a guy that's in the business of boxing to bring on a fighter just to purposely mistreat him or put him in a bad situation? Business-wise, how does that make any sense whatsoever? Like, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, that's, I want to understand that. I maybe I'm missing something. That's all. The Tigers dropped, but he made a whopping $3 million last fight. Who you talking about? Shakur? Nah, he didn't make it $3 million his last fight. If that's what you're talking about, nah. You might need to bump it up a bit. And I hate talking about that, but I know exactly. I know better. So what I mean. Throw one fighter under the bus to help his other fighters, but in this case, right, we talking about Shakur. So if he throwing him under the bus, what fighters is he making look better than him at the same time, right? I just don't think it makes no business sense, bro, like, at all. And he's constantly winning. I don't think, you get me? I don't know. It's tough. You get me? Like, that don't make a lot of sense. To make what? So we really on this, we really think that his goal is to sign American fighters to put them in bad situations to prop other fighters up to look better? That's what we running with? It's crazy. Damn, bro. I don't think that man would be in business that long if that was the case, yo. I don't think so. I really don't. I think they'd have been pulled the wool, know what I'm saying? I think they'd been figured them out. I don't know. Fresh Baker, what it do, homie? What it do? What it do? You know what I mean? What it do? Nah, I mean, it ain't blind. It's just like, again, what examples? We having a conversation. I ain't saying you wrong. I ain't saying I disagree. I'm just saying, what are we basing this off? Just something you feel or think? Or is there an example that we could point to that says he's intentionally putting Shakur in a bad situation and putting another fighter in a better situation? Like, where are the examples of this? And what fighter is he propping up while doing him dirty? Because if doing him dirty is getting him paid the most money he's ever made in his career, we have to make that make sense. I don't see how that could be substantiated either. It's clear. Like, that. You get what I'm saying? Like, how is that a bad thing? I don't know. I don't know. And then again, when you look at it, is it his fault that Kid Austin didn't make it to the ring? You get what I'm saying? He did his job by saving the date. Kid Austin and them almost screwed the date up. People, if you really want to critique Eddie Hearn, critique him for saving the day and finding the guy that was able to make the check weight, because the guy Jadier Herrera that people vouching for in the chat and never seen him fight a day in their life besides the last time he fought and still don't know who he fought, don't know shit about him. You get what I'm saying? He was unable to make the check weight. Padley was, and that fight happened, and he got, I hate talking about people money, but the $3 million is garbage. So you got to up it a bit, up it a nice bit. That's just what it was. I know that for a fact. I'm not guessing it. I'm not speculating. I'm not doing none of that. So that's why he ain't dealing with that guy. He went back on his word and ain't rocking with him. I try my best not to speak on nobody money because I don't care. But if we're going to talk about that at all, we're going to talk about the right stuff. Cuddy, what it do, homie? Unc Dre, what it do? So that's all. I'm just asking, and I'm having a conversation. Most people are asked and they're arguing. I'm not arguing. I'm just trying to understand where you coming from, because you might be able to make sense to me. You might be able to point something out to me that I'm missing. But I've heard this shit for the longest, but I've not been able to see nobody make it make sense for me. Y'all really think that promoters on the opposite side are putting guys in bad positions intentionally to prop up other fighters, when I can look at the promoters on our side that have fighters in very bad positions as well. So do we only highlight Eddie Hearn and what you think he do, or do we look at all promoters? Is what Eddie Hearn doing any different than what any other promoter is doing? And what fighters that work directly with Eddie Hearn that we could point to that walked away from the situation saying he did me dirty, he lined me up, he didn't do right by me? Like, that's all I'm saying. We will have examples. We won't just be throwing shit out there based off how you feel about one situation or another. We will have several, situations where examples we could point to. Remember this situation with this one. See how this went with that. Like, that's all I'm saying. It would be some examples, not just we just saying it, like just throwing it out there. Now, just getting Padley as a replacement don't count. Yeah, true, right? Even though it saved the date, that's what I'm saying. He didn't really do nothing bad. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I mean, think about it. If you're gonna type something like that, it's only right. Like, that's the thing. We just say shit with nothing to substantiate it. That's all I'm saying. I'm being genuine. I'm not arguing. I'm said you wrong. I'm just saying, like, where are the examples? You don't got to type a paragraph. You could give me, hey, remember this example? Boom, boom, boom. Give me one example. Just one. Give me one example where he did this. Where you could say, like, look, remember this? Just give me one. That's all. That's me. I'm trying to get to the meat and potatoes of if it's really what you're saying it is, or is it just a disdain for the fighter that everything you look at pertaining to his situation is viewed as a negative? Everything is a negative. It's not. Notice, it's not about if he's winning, if he getting paid accordingly. He's getting done dirty because fighters are choosing not to fight him and playing games. You get what I'm saying? I just be wanting to know. I'll be wanting to know. That's the thing for me. We can type anything, but as soon as we ask for example, it's like, nah, I'm bugging now. But I should be cool with just typing anything and saying anything about a fighter, even if it's true or not. I speak this passionately for a reason, man. Your boy connected to a thing or two. People just be talking shit that they don't know. That's all. And I know this for a fact. I listen and see it all day. You wanted to line him up. He simply could have not gotten a replacement for the fight, and he wouldn't have got his money. That's all I'm saying. He wouldn't have got his money. So again, man, my more of the story is I'm always willing to have a conversation, but I respect when people can make sense out of the things that they say. If you can type it, then you should be able to explain it. That go for anybody, not just no one person. If you can type something, you should be able to put me on to what you're talking about, especially me being genuine in terms of wanting to understand you, not argue with you. I want to understand where you're coming from. That's why I asked for examples, not to prove you wrong. I want to hear where you coming from so I could be like, you got a point there. This is a guy that don't disagree with nobody. I'm trying to understand you, not criticize your viewpoint. But if we just throwing shit out there, that's my point. When it comes to certain fighters, that's what we do. We don't have the examples to back up the claims that we make. We just throw it out there, and it's like, if you ask a question about it, now you're wrong for questioning it. Nah, I want to hear it. Like, why do we do this? Like, I'm really having to sit here and listen to the thought process that people think guys that are in the business of boxing, it makes good business sense for them to sign a specific fighter and then put them in a bad situation intentionally, never mind the business side of it, put them in a bad situation and then put another fighter in a good situation. I'm just trying to understand how that makes any logical sense. That's all. It should be easy. Like, yo, remember he did this, and that. That's all. I'm just asking for a little clarity. You know what I'm saying? Everybody eats when it goes off. Canceling costs, all parties involved. Man, I just feel like, look, he saved the day with the date. I mean, you did what you could do on the short notice. What was it? 3 days, 4 days, something like that. Yeah, not like I agree with behind the hands. Lining you up would have been not salvaging the date. And then you would have had to be inactive and miss out on the biggest bag. And given the way Turkey Al-Sheikh is currently moving right now and not being willing to deliver on that second part of the deal, it made a lot of sense for Eddie Hearn to salvage the date and make for sure that not only he was able to fight after missing a fight due to an injury and make some money. To me, that makes perfect sense. That's a promoter doing what he's supposed to do. I don't see how. Am I missing it, y'all? Did I miss something? Over here, we have conversations. I don't yell at people and tell them they wrong or you don't know boxing, but I'm a logical thinker. The way I see it is he saved the day for his fighter, and him saving the day put his fighter in position to make the biggest bag possible. If that's lining you up, line me up today. Please line me up. Line me up. I need to be lined up just like that. Please line me up. Please line me up. Please line me up to make the most money I've ever made in my life. You get me? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, bro. That's all I'm saying. I'm not an argumentative person. I ask just to understand. I want to understand where people coming from, especially if I rock with you. I want to hear what you think. Kid Austin gets the blame, if anything. Yeah, I mean, they almost ruined the date, but I feel like the promoter did what he was supposed to do in that situation. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, man, I know better next time. A1 Hoops on. What it do, homie? How you feeling? That's all and again, for me, like as a boxing content creator, I'm trying to rid the chats of that type of talk, like where we just say anything with no substance behind it. Like that, and like that's easy. Like anybody would want that. Like we just saying anything. I did the same thing to Buddy that just came here just saying anything. Asked him to answer some questions. You see how he wasn't able to do it? But when it comes to the fighters, we got all this smoke for all this negative shit, all these negative comments. When it's time to have a real conversation, we can't do it. Let's keep building, man. Y'all smash the like button. We gonna keep building for a minute. You know, I'm at you back. For sure. I got you, bro. I'm gonna be off shortly. We gonna keep cooking for a minute, and we gonna finish doing what we do. But look, ultimately, look, that fight look like it's on the way. Let the business side handle what the business is, and we gonna see what it is, man. Nobody turned down the fight, ducked the fight. I think it's a good one, and may the best man win. That's all. I just want to see the fight. You get what I'm saying? I'm tired of hearing about the business of boxing. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear about their money and none of that. I just want to see people get these fights made, right? So we can see it. Yeah, dig. What you think on the Zoo fight? Shit, man. He blitzed my boy Tim Zoo. I mean, he blitzed my boy Joey Spencer, bro. And Joey Spencer from Jersey, man. Why you bringing up stuff, man? CJ, why you bringing up old shit? You already know, man. Shout out to my dog Artur, man. It's all good, man. It's all good. You know better now. That's all. I just be trying to get some understanding from people because I'm not a closed-minded person, right? I'm the kind of guy, I think the way I think, my word ain't law. So if somebody says something else and I rock with them, I want to be able to understand where they're coming from. You get what I'm saying? So it can make sense to me. That's all. I think a reasonable person thinks that way. But shout out to Ray Davis. Believe you were ready to cook yesterday on that topic. You already know, Ray. Right? What's good with it, bro? Thomas Hill, my dog. It's always a good build, man. With y'all, man. But I just want to see fights, bro. And listen, I understand that these guys gonna play games, and they're not always honest with the fighters. But I just feel like guys are in this shit to try to make money, right? And I think that's always the goal. So I think anytime you're doing what would be looked at as bad business, you're potentially interfering with your own bankroll. That's all I'm saying. For me, that's how I see it. I could be wrong. Maybe they take some type of weird pleasure into seeing people fail, but your name is attached to the failure or the success of the fighter. So I don't see how that helps your brand if you allow the consensus to constantly or consistently be that you put people in bad situations and don't do right by them. You get what I'm saying? I think that builds a bad reputation for yourself. That's all I'm saying. So I think it would be smart of you to move accordingly and to do your best as a promoter to try to get these guys in the best positions possible so that your money is not affected, your reputation remains intact, and you're able to provide a platform where other guys will want to be a part of it, right? I don't think guys will want to be a part of it if, every time they see a guy go over there and do business with you, it's like you screwing them over, right? So that's how I was thinking. You know what I mean? I think the same for everybody, but that don't mean that dudes are not snakes and they don't do underhanded shit. I wouldn't put that past not a single promoter that wear a hat. You get me? But I think overall is what I'm speaking to. I think the overall intent is to try to make money. I think that's what these people all are in business and boxing to do, make their money. So, not do bad business and screw up your money. You get me? But you know, you never know with these guys, man. You just never know. You never know. But I do try my best to listen to what the fighters say. And like I said, I always been listening. And one thing about Eddie, like I said, man, that dude to get you paid. But as far as you turning into this star, I haven't seen it. You know, I haven't seen it. And they lose out. Look how he set up Montana, put Australia on the map. So Matchroom can grow in that market. I mean, look, I can't tell you not to feel that way, bro, because I'm pretty sure like you watch boxing long enough to come up, you know, to that, you know, that train of thought. Yeah, I know you came up with that from what you see, but for me, I looked at it as Montana Love got an opportunity that he didn't take advantage of. You get me? To a degree, though, where I level with you about it with his particular situation is because he had a rough fight and then he got like a homecoming fight or something like that after having like a rough fight. In my mind, I didn't feel like he did nothing that warranted him the opportunity to get the homecoming fight, right? But at the same token, how do we look at that situation? Do we look at it like he put him in position to lose, or did he put him in position to win and he just didn't win? You get what I'm saying? Because on one end, if he didn't get him the opportunity, we'll be saying he didn't get him the opportunities. Then on the other end, he get him the opportunity and he don't make the most of it. And then we go back to blaming the guy that can't fight. He just made the fight. And look, that's the fight that Buddy wanted, Montana, that you talking about. That's the fight he wanted. So he definitely gave him what he wanted, even though it didn't look like he deserved it. So again, I question, like, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Is that him doing him wrong? You get what I'm saying? The only thing like I said, where I level with you is because of his performances before that didn't warrant that kind of opportunity. You get what I'm saying? Look like he still has some things to figure out before he got like some type of homecoming fight or something like that. But I do think like if fully focused and locked in, that's a fight he could win. I didn't feel like that guy, you know, who was it? Damn, what was his name again? That Montana Love, that Spark Montana. What was his name? You see how happy Eddie was. I get you. Look, I get you. It's tough, bro, but I don't know. It's just like it's like how does it benefit him? You get what I'm saying? Put him in there with a puncher for sure, but I just didn't feel like he was a better fighter than him. What was dude's name again? I forget. I gotta go. Let me pull it up. I forgot his name. It's skipping me. I can't think of his name at all. Hold on. Let me get to it, y'all. Y'all smash the like button for me. Yeah, and that's why I say, like, it's what I'm saying to y'all is what my word is not law. I don't have to, it's not, you know, it don't have to be the way I'm saying it, but I try to look on both sides, right? It could be, oh, well, it's a setup, right? But that's convenient. But it also could be him just giving him an opportunity. Steve Spark. There we go. Steve Spark. Oh, you talking about Liam Parrow. Oh, you talking about the Parrow fight. And that's another thing. You give him an opportunity, bro. Yeah, you gave him an opportunity, bro. I can't believe Liam Parrow sparked him like that. I can't believe it. Yeah, Steve Spark. It was Steve Spark. That's the one. The homecoming fight. And then the Liam Parrow. Like, now I get that, but to me, it's like on some instances we'll say like we want to see guys get tested and we don't want to see guys take easy chances, and then it's like they get put in a situation and they don't take advantage of it and they lose, and we go to blaming the promoter. So it's like I don't know which one we want to do. Do we blame the promoter when the fighters don't win, or do we blame the promoter? Like, do we blame the promoter when he gives them the opportunities and they don't win? Or do we blame the promoter when he's unable to get them the opportunities? It can't, for me, it can't be both. We got to pick one. Is when he's not doing right by him. So I think, you know, putting you in position is obviously showing that he believes in you to a degree, right? You could turn the fight down, but I think Montana went out there thinking he could win, and he got smoked. He just seemed like he too focused on the outside antics for me. But I get you. I understand the point, but like I'm gonna always try to be as sensible as possible, and ultimately I think that's what bad business is, right? Just put, and I think in the long run you damage your credibility, right, and your reputation, because I think it'll be understood amongst those boxing circles that that's what you want. So I understand it, but it's tough, man. It's tough. Mr. Empire was good with it. No, hell no. Hell no, I'm not an advocate for none of these dudes, because when I learned one thing you don't do is be a heavy advocate. But what I'm saying is I'm not I'm not sitting back pointing my fingers like, yeah, it's you, it's you, it's you, it's you. You get what I'm saying? So he got some work to do. I just don't know if he's capable of getting guys to that level that he say, but I'm watching, right? And I'm also listening to the fighters. So I have my own reservations for him. Like I said, Shakur ain't made a Matchroom debut yet. That was a turkey card. He ain't made no Matchroom debut. So I'm looking at Eddie Hearn like, what you doing? But I also look at Boots like, okay, you didn't make the Brian Norman fight, but he got Stanionis, right? He got his mandatory out the way. You made sure it was in Philly. Then he got Stanionis, right? So I like that. And I think Hitchens getting a hometown fight in New York. Hold on. Is it? Yeah, it's New York. Yeah, it's not in Australia. It's in New York. I think that makes sense for him because he obviously from there. So it allows him to kind of build where he from. It's very similar to putting Boots fight in Philly. And you've seen the kind of numbers it did. So it's not all bad. I just think when situations don't go well consistently, the book is going to be out that you just don't do right by the fighters. And I think the biggest critique for him is not being able to grow those guys to the level that he say he's capable of doing, right? Getting guys those marquee matchups. But I think right now he's making a little bit of, you know what I mean? He's making some smart moves, some good moves. He's doing right by a couple fighters, but that's just a couple guys. You know what I'm saying? It's still some people out there that I want to see what he do when push come to shove. Like where you can get exposure. Yeah, for sure. But do you know what, DOG, bro? It's just not in the cards for everybody to be a damn, some big ass star, right? I think it's just important to make sure you get opportunities, and each time make sure that's the best possible opportunity you could have got. I think that's just what it boils down to, right? Because there's no secret way of just like making guys so big, right? You just because in this sport, like they want you to win a certain way, and then you don't win that way, no matter how good you are. You get what I'm saying? It just don't translate. Like for example, I use Bud Crawford as a prime example. He got every tool that you feel like a fighter should have. He got the temperament, the dog, the mean streak, all that shit, right? But they'll tell you in a heartbeat he don't sell no tickets. So boxing is just one of them sports where the people choose, man, and they choose who the stars is. The rest of the guys got to just continue to do them and get paid. You get what I'm saying? Thurman Spence in July should be nice. Yeah, I think I seen that somewhere. I ain't get to see it though. I ain't get to see what's up with it though. I ain't get to get into it. I ain't see it, but and one last thing I wanted to bring up real quick before we get out of here, man. Just I'll go look into that too. But I noticed that the ticket sales for Lamont Roach and Tank Davis came out, and I think it's a win for boxing, man. I think it's a win for boxing. This dude is always able to bring in some solid numbers with whoever. And I think it's all depending on how you look at it. For me, I feel like for a fight that nobody cared about, for generating the kind of money it did, selling the tickets it did, I think it's a win. You know what I mean? I'm not big on these conversations, but for what it's worth, it's cool that they actually release some numbers that people are comfortable talking about, right? 6.4 million live gate. You get what I'm saying? I think he just showed you he got a certain amount of drawing power, 16,420 tickets sold. Get what I'm saying? So he's still the guy. They still want to see him fight, and that's what it is, man. UK fighters met by pay-per-view. Now Saudi is involved, so of course standards ain't like the others. He focus on his boxing culture. I think we just be putting too much into it. It'd be too much. It's too much information that we don't have to I don't know, to just I can't see. Like we tell these guys what moves they should have made and what they should do without knowing what their options are. That's my only thing. You get what I'm saying? We'll critique a move without knowing what his options were, what was available to him. We'll look at a situation and say, see, he shouldn't have went there. He should have went here. And then come to find out going there was never available or an option. So it's like, I think guys have to make the best decisions for them possibly in the moment, right? You got to You get what I'm saying? You got to go where your opportunities exist for you. Anything less, make you find yourself in this situation, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's tough. It's tough, man. But yeah, 16,420 tickets sold over $6.4 million live gate. And I feel like I'll say this: the better the opponent, I think the better the potential of the numbers. Not that Lamont Roach is a bad opponent at all, but if he was able to do this with him, let alone another champion at the weight class, just pick whoever won. I think the success would be even more. So it's good for boxing. It's a good thing, man. Tank continues to be able to do what he do, pull in numbers and bring people out. So I think it's dope, man. But everybody can't do that, you know. Everybody's not gonna be able to do that. On credit, like 8 different podcasts. Yeah, man. That's why I say they was like he going on like a celebration tour of a draw. And I'm like, nah, he doing what he's supposed to be doing, making his press run while his name hot. He just had a competitive fight with one of the best fighters in the sport, and that people want to talk to him. So I thought it was always smart for Lamont Roach to go out there and make himself readily available to do those interviews on those different podcasts and stuff. I thought it was smart. You know what I'm saying? Now, Tank, if you tank, you don't have to do none of that stuff, right? You can just out of sight, out of mind, how he do, and do an occasional interview if you feel like it. But if you Lamont Roach, now you take advantage of the opportunities, right? The fact that people want to talk to you after you having that close of a fight with somebody, right? You surprised a lot of people, man. How do we measure their success? For me, when I bring up, like in this instance, when I talked about the numbers with Tank, that's just salute to him. My reason for showing that is, if it was as bad a fight as what people said, then it wouldn't be putting up those type of numbers. It wouldn't be breaking his own gate number. It wouldn't do that. So I think it's more of a indication on boxing, right? That he's still the guy, but the better his opponent is, I think the better the numbers will do, or I think the better potential for the numbers. So I think, you know, you could, all of those things you can measure success, but everybody's not a pay-per-view star, right? I think that's it depends on the conversation. For me, it's what they do in the ring. It's the fights. You know, the paydays, the pay-per-view sales, and the gate numbers, all that stuff is cool. We get what I'm saying to talk about, but I think ultimately it's what they do in the ring. For me, you know. This is facts, and the fans of boxing can see the moves and pass and stop trying to force the fantasy fighters that are in the current. Yeah, their favorite fighter, their biggest rival. Yeah, and now that's real, bro. It's real. It's real. I just think it's so much that we don't be, you know, aware of, right? And we be telling guys to make moves and do things that are just not available for them to do. You get what I'm saying? Like I could critique anything, but I'm gonna always leave room for the understanding. Right, no matter what move it is, I'm always try to understand why it was made. So I think Cat Sports, what it do, homie? I think that's you know, was planting seeds for bigger pay-per-view split. Smart move. He could be. He got a little he got a little bit of room to bargain with. You know, he a big deal now. Making it to the finish line. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people didn't think he would make it to the finish line. He was able to do it. So maybe it might pay off. You know what I mean? It might pay off for him. But lastly, bro, I had to play this because this was pretty funny, man. The last clapback Thursday that Oscar did was hilarious. Y'all make sure y'all smash the like button if y'all haven't on this good Tuesday, and we're going to play this.
It's your favorite time of the week again. Time for the only segment in boxing that gives you the facts and makes you laugh. It's Clapback Thursday. I've been quiet for a minute because I've been collecting as much information as possible over the past month just so I can be accurate. And it's finally time to unleash the facts. So a bombshell lawsuit was filed at the end of February in California federal court suing top-ranked boxing president Todd DeBuff for breach of contract, promissory fraud, and unjust enrichment. The lawsuit claims DeBuff failed to pay high-profile boxing manager William Keane for securing fights and used alleged crime boss Daniel Kinahan to secure Tyson Fury fights.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
Oh, and the lawsuit also suggests that all or most of this happened behind Bob Arum's back.
Disgusted.
Todd kept it a secret from him. And just when Todd thought things couldn't get any worse, oh shit, they did. ESPN confirmed they will not be renewing their deal with Top Rank, which is set to expire this summer. So, in other words, Top Rank has no network to broadcast their fights on. I love Bob Arum. We have a lot of history together. What he accomplished as a promoter is legendary, and I'm so sad to see how it ended up. But this is what happens when you place your company in the hands of a scumbag.
Bruh, chill.
Bye-bye, Top Rank.
Yeah,
And speaking of scumbags,
wow.
everyone has been asking me for my opinion and thoughts on Dana White attempting to enter the boxing space. Again! And after collecting as much information as possible, I'm finally ready to answer. Okay, here's the truth. You can't run a boxing organization when you don't have any fighters. And right now, TKO and Dana have zero fighters.
What?
This means they're likely in it for the long haul and are trying to build something years from now when fighters' contracts come up with current promoters, and they will try to start attempting to sign them.
Come on now, dog.
What else do we know? TKO's supposed fighter pay / salaries were leaked a few weeks ago. And if these are real, holy shit!
Come on, man.
Dana's gonna have several problems. Number one, no fighter is going to fight for these pennies. The majority of their prospects will fight 1 or 2 times a year and be forced to survive on minimum pay. You're wrong! And keep in mind, they will be fighting tough fights. Dana said, the best must fight the best. So their careers will be short. Number 2. No pay-per-view fighter will fight for $750,000. You're telling me the Canelos and the Ryans of this world are going to agree to this kind of pay cut?
We might not like it.
No! And most importantly, number 3, if these numbers are real, the UFC fighters will be so pissed the TKO boxers will be getting paid so much more than they are. UFC fighters are already disgusted with how little they get paid for putting their lives on the line. If you recall, Dana already tried several times to get into the boxing space in the past. Remember Zuffa, which never even got off the ground?
The reason you've never seen me do anything is because
when Dana doesn't have the funding and the business brains already in place, like the Fertitas or Turkey, he always fails. How about the Ultimate Surfer?
No!
Or the Power Slap?
they didn't do well with stuff.
As for Dana's character, it speaks for itself. I don't even have to say anything about a guy who publicly slapped his own wife and whose own mother wrote a book about what a terrible person her son is. And it's available on Amazon if you want to read it yourself. Now, for the big question, will I work with Dana in the future if he's in the boxing space? Sure, because 80% of the folks I deal with in boxing are scumbags anyway. Until then, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing, and I will continue making the best fights on the zone. So remember, folks, you're never a hater when you only speak the facts.
Yeah, I don't know what I mean. He's supposed to. I get it, but making the best fights on the DAZN is a stretch. You currently playing, you know, double dutch with one of your top fighters right now because you probably don't want to see him get his ass cooked. But we'll see, man. I think those clapback things are pretty funny though. They're pretty entertaining to me, man. Oscar's a damn nut job, man. Cap TKO signed quite a few fighters. He said they don't have no fighters today. You know this, but that's also the thing about boxing that make it strange too. They all coexisted within the same space, but at the same time, they want to kind of one up each other. Like I feel like if boxing is all working together, it's a better sport. But I guess it'd be a long time before we get there, huh? Kendrick, what it do, homie? Oscar is a wild boy. He is. It's funny. So they're scooping up fighters, having troubles making fights, sustaining solid pay for their fights. You know it. Some of the guys are going, you know, some of the guys that fall through the cracks are going to be over there on the TKO league. I can see it, but, you know, then there are going to be some that, you know, I don't think they ever going to be able to get. You know what I'm saying? That ain't never gonna happen. I'm feeling stupid. Shout out to my baby girl, the queen, Miss Jusdu. How you feeling? How you feeling? Oscar running a protection racket. You stupid. Majority of fighters are working man yacht fighters, so you get them to steady work. 3 or 4 fights a year, yacht, being able to quit your job and be a pro year round. Yeah, now I'm telling you, Rick, like for some people, I can see it working. You know what I'm saying? I can see it. You already know. Shout out to my dog, man. Appreciate you, Ray. Appreciate you. But yeah, man. Nah, I got you, Rick. Yeah, definitely be able to quit your job. You know what I mean? If you can, yeah. So I think for some people it'll work, but I think for others, you know, more solid situations, that's a different thing. But the crazy thing about boxing is you have quite a number of fighters that situations aren't the best. So maybe they'll have some, I don't know, some easy pickings to a degree. Maybe they'll have some, you know, suspects to go after. Weirdo that guy is. He's still mad at Dana. Said, "What guy? Weirdo that guy." I'm telling you, so a lot of PBC fighters going to TKO, Amazon don't get enough dates for him. Yeah, I mean, I can see guys that are in situations where inactivity is a problem, being willing to sign on board, and that just being a place for them to go to. I can see it, bro. It's possible. It's possible. It's possible, man. But you shall never know. Oscar is a full-blown fool, man. I tell you, man. Full-blown idiot. Now, I got to go look into this Keith Thurman stuff, yeah. I got to look into it because I don't know about it. And we appreciate you, Rick, always, man. Shout out to my guy. But look, I'm going to head out early, man. Y'all smash the like button if y'all haven't. Another dope build in the books. I want to see what's next for Benavidez. Like I said, if he gets Callum Smith, that's a great fight for him moving forward. Him being the champ, that shit was inevitable. He's been positioning himself. Shout out to Dante too, my guy. PBC doing all right. Yeah, I think they having a good year, strong year. So I think they just got to keep building and giving those free cards. I think people could really get in tune with them. You know what I mean? I feel like TKO was made to undermine Pro Box. You know, I mean, anything is possible, bro. I can tell you you're wrong, right? But I think this is the thing for me, right? You better come correct because I think Pro Box got their shit together. You know what I'm saying? I think they sell you the matchup, right? They sell you the matchup, not the name. And they'll have some names over there. I believe Lubin May 10th is fighting on Pro Box. You know what I'm saying? Fighting Andre Holmes. So Pro Box got their shit together. They can try to rival or undermine Pro Box, but it's gonna be tough because they got their shit right. And they really I haven't seen a bad Pro Box card yet. And that's rare. You get me? But shout out to my dog, Alphabet Boxing. What's good with it, Damon? Peace, Brody. Shout out to my homie D for the win, man. Kendrick, the rest of the fam, much love to y'all. Gotta make sure y'all hit that like button on the way out. And y'all know we'll be pulling back up tomorrow, 4 o'clock to build on this boxing. Appreciate all the support. Everybody rocking with your boy. And I'll see y'all tomorrow at 4 p.m. Peace to the fam, man.
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes, got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see them jump in whenever they go live. Peep it, this channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Jusdu shine busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Jusdueboxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's Jusdu. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word 'em up. Yeah. You know what time it is. 4 p.m. Eastern. Click the link.
What's going on? And one of my favorite channels, if y'all into that pugilistic perfection, if y'all into that boxing, that's that boy Just Do Boxing here on YouTube. Make sure y'all check out Just Do Boxing, the only unbiased boxing channel on YouTube. Because
Just Do Boxing in the building, 4 o'clock shorty, man. Y'all make sure y'all check him out. He's going to be live today at 4 o'clock, man. And he's going to be spewing some good stuff as he always do with an unbiased approach, man. He's probably the most unbiased channel on YouTube.